Whoa, what's going on, everybody? Getting ready for the start of another college basketball game. Tonight, the University of Indiana Hoosiers will face their first real test in this new era of Mike Woodson. We shall see what they got when they go up against the St. John's Red Storm out of the Big East. Start today off a little bit. Let's look at some of what St. John's has to offer. They've started out 2-0. They have played two games. Looks like Mississippi Valley State University, they beat 119 to 61. And SPU, looks like they beat them by 21 points, 91 to 70. Smaller schools put up some numbers, so they're averaging over 100 points a game right now. I'm going to get this thing loaded up so I don't miss out when it goes live. 3 minutes and 5 seconds. Hey, I see quite a few people in the chat that are familiar names. Mr. Nathan Perez is in here. Saw him earlier. Let me start at the top, say hi real quick. Hi, Sam Mason. The start time is at 9 o'clock if you're still here, because you were in here at 8:30, so I'm going to say maybe you're not. Mr. Tim W. is in the house tonight, one of our local followers, loyal followers hanging out with us again. And, of course, I know Alex was in here a little bit ago. She's on her way home. She's on her personal account in the car today. Got about 2 minutes before tip today. Man, I was the other day, I was really surprised at, not being broadcast. By the way, the game is being broadcast on Fox Sports 1. JB, there will be no Alex tonight. She may pop in at about halftime. She's not much of a college basketball connoisseur. I'm trying to break her of that. So, and she's uncomfortable because she doesn't quite know the game that well. Getting into tonight's game a little bit, and I'm probably going to butcher some guys' names because I don't know the players from St. John's that well. But Julian Champagne, averaging about 21 points a game right now. Posh Alexander putting up 8 assists per game. That's a pretty solid number in college basketball. I'll have to look him up and check his assist to turnover ratio here in just a little bit. And Joel Soriano is putting up about 9 rebounds a game. For the Indiana Hoosiers, we're led by our All-American Trace Jackson Davis. He's averaging right at 20 points a game. Xavier Johnson's averaging about 3 assists per game. And Trace is also averaging about 10.5 rebounds a game. And yes, Tim, that is the first thing I want to ask today since we're not quite in here right now. Nathan, how is your mother? Quiz Quam is in the house tonight, and his name is Tom. Yeah, thank you, Tom. I try to learn names because most of the people that come in here are repeat small channel stuff. But I appreciate you, Tom, and I'm going to learn it really fast. I'm just going to say it a few times. Quiz Quam is Tom. Got it. Let's see if this thing's ready to fire up. Looks like about 40 seconds before it starts up in here for us, which is really good. Hey, looking forward to tonight's game. Look to see how the defense reacts against a Big East opponent, which is always a hard-nosed conference. So you know that St. John's is going to have physicality. They're going to have strong players. So defending the ball is going to be important. Rebounding is going to be way important. Controlling the tempo. Let's see. And the big thing for Indiana is we've got to start hitting a few more outside shots. Get a little bit higher percentage in there. Our 2-point field goal percentage last game got up to like 40-something. But the 3-point percentage is still struggling. This countdown's coming to an end. I'm going to see if this thing loads right up, and they'll get us right into the announcers here. Okay, your program is starting soon. Please stand by. By the way, once again, the live broadcast today is on Fox Sports 1, but I'd rather you guys hang out in here with me, and we'll have some conversation. Right about halftime, I will post a link to the chat. Yeah, and I'll post a link to the chat, and if anybody wants to get up here and talk about the first half or talk about what they expect in the second half, I'm going to let all comers come in here because that's just the way that I'm wired. I think it's going to be fun. Looks still waiting for the thing. Yeah, Tim, I know it's off topic. Squeak hit 500 subs tonight. I was in Jersey Ray Diggs live stream earlier, and it's been a hard push to get them there, but Squeak and Bill deserve it. They do hard work. Hey, Jeff from Brewers Prospecting is in the house today. Nice to see you, Jeff. Are you a college basketball guy, Jeff? I didn't know or not. I mean, I know there's some differences in what you like, and we have some common ground in sports. So I figured maybe you might be a college basketball guy too. If so, put that team in your chat. Wonder why this game's slowing down for a second here. It's not up yet. All right. Well, I'll check back here in a second. The other thing I'm looking forward into tonight's game, how our young players do. Tamar Bates especially. I think Xavier Johnson's acclimating nice to the lineup. I look for Rob Fennessy to get going a little bit tonight. And the two that I really think need to have a good showing today is Parker Stewart and Miller Kopp. Parker Stewart started the first game out with 2 threes right off the get-go. Came out and looked like he was going to, do the same thing he did everywhere else, is just shoot the ball. After that, he's kind of really slowed down quite a bit. I haven't really caught much on the negative to his defense, but he hasn't scored much. And Miller Kopp has just kind of been existing in the offense. He's defending fairly well. He's not really got himself into the rhythm of the team just yet, and I hope that happens today. Also, this will be Michael Durr's second game, and I really want to see how he comes out and plays. I noticed that he did not attack in the lane defensively like Race Thompson and Trace Jackson Davis do, and I want to see him really assert himself a little bit more and become a bigger presence inside for Indiana. I think those are some really of the the important things that we're going to see today. And also, maybe Anthony Leal. I'd like to see him come off the bench and get a few more minutes. I really think that this rotation is probably going to have to go 10 or 12 deep during the season. And I know that's saying a lot. I know you really don't want to run that many guys out, but I think there's enough quality in the depth that we got on the bench to go that long. I hate this thing here because I can't see where it's at as far as when the game's going to come on. You think they would show me, but they haven't yet. All right. Well, I'll just hang out for a few more seconds here because it's got to be coming. I think I got it up twice. Let me kill one of them. Yeah. Okay. But other than that, the defense. Hey, what's up, Dennis? SWFL Treasure Detecting is in the house. How are you doing, sir? Hope that magnet is still doing you well. By the way, just off topic really quick here while we're waiting for this thing to get started. I have another magnet that's going to go on the year-end giveaway, and I haven't figured out how I'm doing it yet, but we're going to do some kind of a 12 days of Christmas type of thing, and we're going to have several giveaways. Kratos Magnetics has given me a free 1,200-pound double-sided magnet for that event. So I got some items all stepped up ready for that. So just waiting for this ball game to start, but we're going to be hanging out with a big giveaway on the Ohio River history side of things around Christmas time. So stay tuned for that. I want this game to start. I hate being impatient because I'm not watching my TV because it's around the corner. Let's get this thing going because I'm really fired up today because I want to see how we fare against the Big East. Indiana is 2-1 all time, and I think it's John Gavitt games, maybe is what they call it. John Gavitt was if you don't remember him, he was the coach that took Providence to their first Final Four. And yeah, I was watching that game just before this. JB, Maryland loses to George Mason at home. They got outplayed the whole game. I caught quite a bit of that game. That team looked really solid. Yeah, everything's my fault, Dennis, for sure. I take responsibility for every bit of it. I'm ready for this game to fire up. Come on, Fox, let's go. Get this thing on the road. Let us see here. We'll go back to the scoreboard here for just a second because I'm growing very impatient. Michigan State did go ahead and in another game in this challenge today. Michigan State did dominate Butler today. The Bingham boy. Oh, I hear something. Nope, that's the wrong thing. The Bingham boy today for Michigan State played well. They lost a lot of talent last year, but they really came out and played good at Butler today. So that was a really solid win for them. It looks like they won 64-51 just a few moments ago when it ended. I think as far as the Big Ten games go, that one, the Maryland game, where they get beat, and then the Indiana game are the only 3 on the schedule today. I don't like this this here as well. Let's find something different. Good, I'm glad. Hey, Mark Ritchie, it's nice to hear you. See you make a comment here. I appreciate that. We're avid sports fans. We do a little bit of everything, kind of getting away from the common YouTube niche. But I'm an avid IU fan. I spent a little bit of time there in the early 90s. I wasn't able to manage to stay in school. Yeah, I'm waiting for it. Sam, it has not popped up yet on my feed here. Let me refresh it and see what I get. Yeah, just all it says is it's starting soon. I don't know what the deal is. Let me, I hate to block this out and have any kind of dead time in here really fast. But stand by for 1 second. Let me look on the TV real fast. I see. So it looks like, yeah, it looks like that the other game hasn't ended yet, so they're delaying the start a few minutes. That's why picking the start time for these streams is kind of difficult because it's all based on the TV. But it does look like that the Michigan State Butler game is about to come to an end. I thought it was over, but it was not quite over. Still 66. It's 146 left, so we do have a few minutes left. They're going to start this feed up as soon as I have it. All in all, should be a really give us a really good idea where we're headed early in the season. We're into a new coaching system, so we really need these power conference games because these guys need to learn how to play together. And this is very close to what conference play is going to look like because the Big East is a physical conference. The players are big. The offenses are fast. It's a very similar style of play to the Big Ten. Yeah, JB, school is overrated. 9:12 is the tip time. Thank you, David. I appreciate that. We're going to have a lot of fun in here today. Hey, has anybody got something they're excited for in the game today, a player? What are you looking to see? Yep. Yeah, I'm not allowed to broadcast the audio or the video from the game, Sam, but as I see it, I'm going to call the game. It's just going to be like listening to your radio. Also, YouTube does have like a 20-second delay, so that makes it a little bit so watching it and listening to it is kind of tough. But the thing of it was the last game was my first time of ever doing it, and with the exception of not knowing the names of players from some of these smaller conference schools, we had a lot of fun. And my emotion runs a little deep in here, so I usually can refrain from the profanities and stuff like that, but I get a little animated at time when it comes to the way the game's played and how they go about it. Mike Woodson, we were talking last week, or the last game we were talking. I love seeing Mike Woodson, and I've watched him on the sidelines so far. He's a very laid-back kind of guy. He seems to be like he's getting into it a little bit more in the huddles and stuff like that, but he doesn't let the emotion of the game dictate his actions on the sideline. I think that's pretty cool. I don't think so, Sam. The game is being broadcast on Fox Sports 1. That's what I know about it. I don't think you will see live footage on YouTube. Not positive unless somebody's paid for it, unless Fox Sports is actually running the stream on there. Heck yeah. We're gonna have some fun with the calls, JB. It will always be fun. I will keep up with the game as well as good as humanly possible. Which, God, I don't like these delayed start times. I want to get into it because I'm ready to rock. I'm ready to watch some basketball. I've been sitting around and watching Michigan State and Butler was kind of good because Butler isn't a local school for us. And I like Lavelle Jordan. I think he's a really good coach. and they really struggled a little bit today. It looked like Izzo's got them guys playing well early on. I know that they suffered an early season loss at Kansas, I believe, but who wins in Kansas in November? I don't think very many teams do. Bill Self has got that team out there playing pretty well. I think it's Bill Self. Seems like all the Big Ten coaches go other places to live out their careers. Checking on the getting close. Got about a minute or so before it says the game is going to start. And let's check again. Michigan State and Butler. It looks like it's still just about done. But back to today's game. Race Thompson, and how is Michigan State doing? Are they competitive? They looked really good. Butler is a solid team. They're well coached, and they have dominated that game. They're up by 18. And no, I did not get a chance to watch Michigan yesterday. That really kind of surprised me because I felt like going in that they would probably be undefeated going into the Big Ten season. So that comes as a shock, JB. Let me hit some of the Big Ten standings here already. We'll kind of look at who's already gotten a few wins and who's gotten losses so far. Purdue, Iowa, Northwestern, Ohio State, Minnesota, Rutgers, and Indiana are all unblemished so far. Going down the list now, Maryland's got a loss. Michigan's got a loss. Illinois has a loss, but I think they had quite a few players on suspension. So does Wisconsin, Michigan State, Penn State, and Nebraska has 2 losses thus far. I'm really curious to why that program isn't coming along with a good head coach like they finally got down there. But we'll see as the season wears on a little bit. Indiana is. The thing of it is that it's really hard to dive in and see where they're going to end up. You know, it's going to be a year of development. I think we're going to see a lot of ups and downs because we're developing a new system. We're playing an NBA style of basketball now. You know, it's going to be basically positionless basketball. So everybody's going to be expected to handle the ball when necessary, and everybody's going to play on the perimeter. Trace and Race have done a really good job of defending under the goal and getting rebounds. Jordan Geronimo did mention earlier, his athleticism is really an X factor to the games because I've noticed that when he comes in, he's flying all over the court and playing really well. He's not getting the scoring yet, but as a young kid, as a sophomore, he's putting it in. This thing should be getting going here. Come on, guys. It's my biggest fear is running a live stream and having dead time. Heck yeah, $10 bet to make the Final Four plus 1,600 just for fun yesterday. You know what? Sports betting is a whole other way of life. In college basketball, you can really get wrapped up into the sports betting because if you pay attention to the games and you pay attention to the style of play and who's coaching teams and what they have on those rosters, you can go through every day and you should be able to pick out a pretty solid 3-team parlay. Man, Obi, let me tell you, a Tom Grossi raid, man, look, I'll talk about that for a second because the game isn't here. Alex was calling Monday Night Football, and she was having a blast. Good deal, David. Thank you. She was having a blast. And Tom Grossi has a channel with like 240,000 subscribers, and he decided to raid our stream. So there about 170 some of our newest friends showed up in here and helped us out, get some watch time and some subscriptions, and it was really cool. Okay, let's get this thing up. They're on the floor right now. Start. Why is my screen small? There it is. Get it up there. All right, looks like we're getting ready to jump it up. Hey, I'm gonna drop it off so I can watch full screen because I had some problems with camera angles the other day. Trace tips it back, controlled by Xavier Johnson in the backcourt. Passes over to Parker Stewart, back to Xavier, slowly bringing the ball across the court at top of the key. Dribbles left, goes to Parker again. Parker's got the ball. Dribble, race down in the corner. Race looks for Trace, overthrows him, bounces off the glass. Here comes St. John's with the rebound. St. John's drives the right wing, shoots a three. Money. St. John's Champagne hit the three. All the way down, fast break. Miller Kopp shoots it up, misses a three, short irons it. Here comes St. John's back on the fast break. Ball to the left. He just threatened to shoot that ball from 30. Reverses the ball to the top of the key, over to the right side. Back to the top of the key. Nope, fake shot, dribbles. Top of the key, jump shot, misses long. Controlled by Race Thompson. He's going to bring it up the court and push the pace. Into the corner to Xavier. Xavier for three. Money. Xavier Johnson buries the three. Race Thompson with the assist. Here comes St. John's back up the court quick. St. John's comes back, resets the offense at the top of the key. Drops a pass in right at the free throw line, backs out to the top of the key. They're running around the three, passes to the right wing. Another three fired up, misses off the rim. Here comes Trace with the rebound, passes off to Xavier. Xavier comes down the left side of the court, looking ahead, takes a pick from Trace. Over to Race Thompson, back to Trace, over a 19-foot jump shot, short. Oh, he made it. Good shot. Trace Jackson Davis with a 19-foot jump shot. 5-3, Indiana over St. John's early going. 18:23 left in the first half. They reset the offense up by the top of the key. He goes to the left side, goes around a pick, picks up his dribble, passes off the left wing. Left wing's got the ball. Dribble penetration, backs it out. Oh, my God, he just shot it from 28 foot. Hard off the iron, long rebound to the offense. Ball gets stripped away. Loose ball on the floor. Xavier Johnson comes up with it and gets tripped. It's going to be a foul on St. John's. That kid, Champagne, just pulled up from about 30 foot, 28 to 30 foot, and let it fly. Seems a little careless. Today's starting lineups. Xavier Johnson, Parker Stewart, Miller Kopp, Race Thompson, and Trace Jackson Davis. Joel Soriano for St. John's and Champagne were the two that I knew in the lineup. Didn't get to all of them. Here comes Xavier on the left wing, got the ball down to the block. Race Thompson's got the block. Dribbles, works his way in, picks up his dribble, and reverses and shoots it and lays it in. What a good drop step by Race Thompson. Gets a layup. 7-3, 17-40 to go in the first half. St. John's brings it up on the right wing. Dribble penetration. There's a steal. Here comes Race Thompson on the fast break and dunks it home. Man, he slammed it home. Here we come back up the sideline here, down left corner, dribbled, sets it back out. Fans are going crazy in here already. It's loud. Dribble on Parker, stops the top of the key, passes the right wing. Gets it down inside. Oh, gets the ball, lobs the ball over Trace Jackson Davis and gets a dunk. St. John's Soriano gets the dunk, kind of quiets the crowd a little bit. Ball gets inbounded to Trace. Trace back to Xavier Johnson, bringing it up. Johnson brings the ball across the court. Hands off to Trace, back to Xavier. Drives left wing, down on the block to Race Thompson again. Race has got the ball, dribbles in. He's got his guy's number, but he gets blocked, gets his own rebound, picks it up, gets it back out to Xavier. Xavier for three, short off the rim. St. John's rebound. Here we come, pushing the ball up the right-hand side of the court. Back over to the left wing back to the right. Right wing down in the corner a little bit, back up to the wing. He's got the ball, dribbles back out top of the key. 17 seconds on the shot clock, left wing. Dribble, pass, coming right into the middle of the floor, shoots a floater from 15, hits it. 7-9, Indiana's got the lead. Xavier Johnson's got the ball. We're getting a little bit of a man press coming up here. Tight defense coming across the line. Race Thompson is sitting on the point right now. You got Race on the point, picked up his dribble, passes off to Trace Jackson, who drives the lane and misses the layup. Oh, my bunny just rolled off. Here comes St. John's on the fast break. Defense is back. Left wing, back to the right. Looking to pass it inside, passes it off to the left wing again. Resetting the offense at the top of the key. Left wing, dribble penetration down the right-hand side. Picks up his dribble. Race is in good position. Three-point shot is up. And he misses. Race Thompson with the rebound. Xavier Johnson is the outlet, and here we go again. 15:35 to go. 9-7 IU in the first half. Resetting the offense on the top. Parker Stewart's got the ball on the right wing, down to the block to Trace. Trace is double team, back to Parker. Parker lets a three fly. Money. That's what I want to see right there. See that kid hit that open J. Heck yeah, Parker. Good shot, bro. Here comes St. John's back up the left wing. Indiana's up 12-7, 15-10 to go in the first half. Playing solid defense. Keep your feet. He got pushed. reverses the ball to the left wing, dribbles to the middle. Dribbles to the left, step back, 19-foot jump shot, in and out. Trace Jackson-Davis controls the rebound. He's being pressured. Passes off to Xavier Johnson. Xavier Johnson over to Parker Stewart. Stewart's on the right wing. Got the ball. Looking for somebody to outlet to. Feeds it into Trace on the block. Double team comes. Race Thompson for three. Short off the rim. Good looking shot. Just hasn't quite got the rhythm yet. Here we come back up the other way. Top of the key, picks up his dribble, left wing pass. Dribble, three-pointer from top of the key. Good shot. 10-12, 14-23 left to go. Not playing very good defense on that three-point jump shot right now. Defense looks a little slow. Xavier crosses the timeline. 14-14 to go, 2-point game. Indiana with 12-10 lead. There's the pick. Out to Miller-Kopp at the top. Trace gets the ball on the block. Stepped out of bounds. Yep. Trying to do too much there. All right, we're into the first timeout here. And we got a little bit of heated conversation going between Trace and one of the St. John's players. They kind of cut the camera away, so I'm not sure what that was about. But heck yeah. Look, this looks like a big boy game. It has the makings of that because both teams are shooting the ball fairly well. They're hitting some threes. We're not hitting them so much. Feel like we're controlling the boards. Our defense is a little lackluster on the perimeter right now. So going into the next little stretch coming up here, you're probably going to see some subs come in. You're probably going to see the defensive intensity pick up, try to get a few more turnovers and scores off to easy baskets. Just looking at let me get back to what I was doing earlier before I started looking at standings. Let's get it back up going here. All right. Yeah, so looking at it as it stands right now, field goal percentage, we're hitting a good percentage of shots. Believe it or not, we're at 40% from the 3-point line, but I don't believe that. It doesn't even seem right. It feels like we missed quite a bit. Race Thompson's really already in the score column, doing some good things. 4 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists in the first 6 minutes. Trace Jackson-Davis has got 2 rebounds, 1 assist in 6 minutes and 2 points. And Xavier Johnson's got the single 3. So Parker Stewart's got a 3. We got 2 3-pointers, which is not too bad right now. JP, what's up, bro? Yeah, the pace of the game is really hot, Tim. Right now it's really hot. Let's see, get that up there really fast. JP's like, yeah. Big 10, Big East, Alex. Rebounding is a key factor into any game. You know, when the team shoots, you don't want to give them a second chance. You control the rebounding, get a clean outlet to your team. Rebounding is going to be huge. It's going to be one of the biggest factors in this game. Looks like not quite coming out of commercial break yet. God, 14 nice people in the house today watching this game. I knew it was going to be a little bit difficult to build up in here a decent little crowd today just because of it being broadcast live. I don't know. The next game is on Sunday. Yeah, JP, I was kind of worried. I did put slow mode on because I wasn't sure how it was going to play out today. And sometimes it gets really hard to keep up with the chat. But I want to see what everybody has to say and try to communicate with everybody that comes in. Jonathan Pilgrim. What's up, dude? All right, we're getting ready to come back out of timeout. Yeah, I'm going to kind of watch this a little carefully right here because it looked like we got a little heated there right at the timeout. Trace has got some attitude on his face at the moment. They got some game faces on. It will be St. John's ball. Getting ready to start it back up. There's the inbound pass. All right, looks like Parker Stewart's going to play a little bit of man-to-man on bringing him across the line, make him dribble faster. He dribbles past him. Oh, that's not good. That should be a charge. Good call. Parker Stewart got burnt bad, and then Xavier Johnson took a charge. Montez Mathis. I know that name. I feel like he was at Rutgers last year. Let me check on that. All right. St. John's is initiating a press. Here comes Race Thompson bringing the ball up the court, crosses the timeline. Over to Xavier Johnson, left wing. He's just standing out there dribbling. Oh, Iron Maiden and King Diamond. That's some old school stuff. But heck yeah. There's Parker Stewart. Oh, Rob Finney is now in the game. Trace just dogged his defender and dunks. Slipped him on the left wing on the block, gets down to the goal and slams it home 14-10. 13:20 left to go in the first half. St. John's at the top of the key, picked up the dribble, passes over the right wing. Right wing looking to insert down on the block, can't get it there. Back to the left wing, cross court, round the horn. Back to the top of the key, three-point shot up, long, and there's going to be a foul on St. John's over the back. I saw it. Yep. Good position by Xavier Johnson on the rebound. These three-pointers put up long rebounds, so you have to have good rebounding position. Xavier Johnson did have that. He blocked out, and the guy went over his back trying to get the rebound. They keep showing the replay of Trace slamming it home, so heck yeah. Here we go. St. John's is pressing again. What's the call? So that it wasn't Race Thompson tried to run up and down the sideline, so he turned the ball over. He traveled out of bounds. He didn't realize it wasn't off a score and he could run the line. So there we go. It's back over to St. John's underneath the basket. Defense is setting up into the right corner, out to the right wing, left wing on the pass, dribble penetration. That should be a jump ball, but they're going to call him for reaching in. Parker Stewart get called with a reach-in foul, but that's another time right there. And this is one of the things that I was afraid of with Parker Stewart. If you go back to my video earlier in the year when he came over, I was afraid of his defensive intensity. I love the way he shoots the ball. I'm scared of his defense. He got one dribble and was around him again. He had to reach in for the ball. Looked like he grabbed the ball clean, to be honest, but to be fair. Ball gets inbounded out up by the midcourt line, passes over to the right wing. And there's Finney with a tie-up. So they passed it over to the right wing. Finney was in close in defense and grabs a hold of the ball and gets another jump ball. So the next possession error will go back to Indiana. 12:54 left in the first half. Indiana is leading by 4, 14-10. Ball is inbounded. Standing up there, passes to the left wing. Left wing's up, passes down to the right block. Baseline dribble, comes across into the Thor. There's turnover. Looks like Race has got a steal, and he got tripped. Dribbled into the lane, ball come a little bit loose. Race Thompson picked it up and went to take off, and a guy diving for the ball tripped him. Good defense. Let's see. It looks like Xavier in good position caused him the foul dribble, and he was helping Rob Finney on the switch. All right. Woodson's a little animated over there. He's getting a little antsy on the bench. I didn't see him this way the last two games. I think he sees that this game is going to be tight. So we have the inbound out to the top of the key. Xavier Johnson brings the call across the line. Over to the right wing. Finney's got the ball. Finney goes to make a pass down to the block, gets knocked out of bounds, stays Indiana ball. 12:34 left in the first half. Indiana leads 14-10. Looks like Finney's going to be taking the ball out on the right sideline. There's the inbound pass over to the round. Xavier's on the right wing. Passes over to Finney, who's still on the right wing, not quite on the baseline. Dribbles into the middle of the floor. Gets passed down to Trace. Trace goes up for the layup. Missed the layup. Good defense by St. John's. They recovered in time. Right wing to the left wing. Left wing still has the ball. Passes it to the top of the key. Passes to the right. Right wing. Xavier. Man-to-man coverage, back to the left wing. They just keep passing the ball down to the baseline left, dribbles up into the middle of the floor, stops, pulls back for an 18-footer, misses it. Oh, but the tip out on the rebound goes to St. John's. They pull up for a three, but they miss it. I think that's probably their first second chance opportunity today, and they did not convert. Here comes the ball up the right-hand side of the court. Race Thompson has it at the top of the key now. Over to Xavier Johnson to Finney on the left wing. Finney looks for Trace. Trace cuts to the basket. Back to Xavier at the top. Looks like Jordan Geronimo floats in the lane. No, that's not Jordan Geronimo. That's Tamar Bates. Tamar Bates with a floater into the lane. Nice little left-handed floater. Good first step when he got the ball. Here comes 16-10, 11:24 go in the first half. Indiana 7 for 12 from the floor. St. John's is 4 for 12. 16-10 is the score. Here we go at top of the key. Finney in defense. They are overplaying the ball. Tipped the ball. St. John's couldn't get a hold of it, and he stepped out of bounds with it. Timeout on the floor. 16-10, Indiana. Tamar Bates comes in and makes an instant impact. He doesn't look like a freshman, guys. His build, his size, his strength, and he's not doing the typical thing that freshmen do at high-level games. He's really got poise, and he's got a good understanding of the game, and he's going to fit into this rotation nicely. What do you say, Jake ZZ Funk? Who's yours? Heck yeah. That's what I'm talking about. So far today, looking a little bit shaky on now. Uh-oh. Hang tight. Give me 1 second. I'll see if I get lost here. Hold on a second. I can't see anything. My screen just went blank. So let's get this thing reloaded here. Yep, I froze. Okay. It has officially happened. My graphics card and my computer failed. Failed. Let's see here. Hold on a second. Let me see what I got going here.
I was coming in just to save you, just in case.
Yeah, I lost my graphics card or something. I'm not sure what happened. I need just a second to get this reloaded back up, and hopefully it'll come back on. So no, it's I'm not really sure. I thought I had it all straightened out this week. Let's get it back up and running. Okay. Sorry about that. I'm back up and running. I just don't have my green screen at the moment, so we should be good to go. 16-10, 11:04 in the half. We're back on. Sorry about that, guys. 12 people in here.
I'm going to hop off.
All right, love you. Trace Jackson Davis, inlet pass and puts it in for a layup. We go up 8. Here comes the out of bounds. St. John pushes the ball up the court. Off to the right wing. Good defense pressuring the ball. IU is pressuring the ball really hardcore today. They are not taking no slack. And there's a pull-up jump shot, and it's in and out. Trace with the rebound. Looks like Trey Galloway's in the game right now. 18-10, 10:29 to go in the half. Once we get the halftime here today, I'll try to see if I can get reset and get this card back up and running, but I think it has failed. Inlet pass over to Geronimo. Right-hand corner, Finney for 3. In and out. It was a good shot. It was in rhythm. Oh, here comes Trace up the court. Playing defense. He knocked the ball off his foot. Here comes right wing. St. John's down into the corners. Outlet pass the top of the key. Over, back in, gets inside of there. Got the ball right there at the top. The center has the ball on the key. There comes one of the guys. Outlet pass to the right wing for three. In and out. There's an offensive rebound. Blocked by Trace Jackson Davis. Geronimo with the rebound outlet to Tamar Bates. Tamar Bates up the right wing. Passes over to Geronimo. Tamar Bates for three on the open shot. A little bit hard. Defensive rebound for St. John's. Here comes the ball. 18-10. 9:36 to go in the first half. Left wing over into the corner. Top of the key, dribbles around. Geronimo got beat, but got the block. Here comes Galloway on the right wing. There's a player down on the court. I'm not sure if he's hurt. Finnessy into the left corner, right corner. Here comes, oh, God. Geronimo goes up for the shot, or I can't tell even who it was that went up for the shot there. It was so fast. It was Trace Jackson Davis. No, that's the play before. Hold on a second. Let me get back down here. Yeah, Trace is blocking like a madman. Yeah, they when they went down after the block, there was two guys laying on top of each other. Yeah, everybody talking about the game the other day. Trace Jackson Davis had 7 blocks in that game. It was an outstanding. Let me see if my card has reset. Nope. All right. Tamar Bates is on the free throw line, got fouled on that play, and it's in and out. But Geronimo gets the offensive glass on the rebound. Michael Durr has it. That's a charge. Michael Durr is a big boy. Gets the second chance there, and took one dribble and was not quite. You help me stream. Yes, King Pokey Alvarez got you. We'll hook you up. All right, 9:11 to go in the first half. We have 18-10 St. John's ball, taking it out of bounds. IU is in the press. They're going to man-to-man press just to kind of aggravate them bringing the ball up. 9 minutes to go in the first half. Dribbles to the top of the key, passes to the left wing. Is going to shoot the three. Long and hard. Long rebound. That's not our fault that was an offensive rebound. Passes it back to the right wing. He's looking for somebody to throw the ball to. Finnessy gets his hand on the ball, knocks it away. Here he comes around. Oh, he slips and he falls. Finnessy's on the floor looking for the ball. It looks like it's going to be a tie-up. Jump ball. Finnessy's getting his hands into everything. He's tipping the ball around. All right, we're sitting there. Nice work by our defense right there. Finnessy's on the ball, playing pretty good defense. That's what I like about Rob Finnessy. He's got leadership skills. He's not had the best career. He's been up and down player, but he's full of talent. I think his problem was always in his own head. All right, out pass over to Finnessy, back to Tamar. Tamar over to the right wing to Galloway. Geronimo's at the top of the key over to Tamar Bates. Misses a three-pointer. Rebound comes out to St. John's. That wasn't a great shot, but it was an open look. Dribbles into the top of the key, passes to the right wing, dribbles over, comes back out, resets at the half-court line. Finnessy's on the ball. 13 seconds on the shot clock. Dribbles to the left, passes. They run a little bit of a weave offense and a stupid hand check by Geronimo. 30 foot from the basket, and he hand checks him. I like to see defensive intensity, but we don't need that. It looks like we're going to go to the under 8 timeout here, and it is 18-10. I'm going to find out while we're sitting here while we're on commercial. Nathan Richardson, score is 18-10. We are in timeout at the under 8 timeout, Sam. No, I didn't brag on him too soon, JB. Tamar Bates is a freshman. He's a highly touted freshman. But you know what? The pass came cross court. He was open. I don't call that a rhythm three-pointer. I call that kind of a forced shot in a sense. It's not that it's a bad shot. It just wasn't one of those. You ever see the rhythm shot that the ball gets reversed just properly and it gets pushed down into the corner or onto the wing where the guy is ready to shoot and he just catches and shoots. Yeah, it's 18-10, Sam. But it wasn't that kind of shot. It was a cross court. It was slightly contested, but he was open enough to get a shot off. So it's not that it's a bad shot. It's just not the shot that I feel that you want in that situation. Still having trouble with some of the video here. Yeah, and Sam, we have 18. It's 8 minutes to go in the first half, and it is 18-10 right now. If you the last call there, Jordan Geronimo got called for a hand check. This Julian Champagne is the real deal for their team. He's aggressive on the boards. He's a tough player out there. I really like watching him play so far. Maybe in your green screen you can show the score. Yeah, Sam, it's 18-10, our lead, and we're coming back from timeout right now. Yeah, I think my graphics card just failed. Honestly, I'm not sure because everything is not the same resolution that it was. It doesn't look right. But I'm going to keep on trucking today. I'll get it fixed. No problem. I got another card for it. I just haven't put it in. And we're still on commercial. That's something to be said. These commercials are a little too long. I think it really ruins the flow of the game. They have 4 commercial breaks each half. The under 16, and under 12, and under 8, and under 4. And then after that, who knows how many you're going to have. So, yes. So talking about Mike Woodson's style of basketball play right now, they got a stat up on the board right now. Their defense, the first 2 games, has only allowed 34 field goals, and they've had 36 turnovers. Yeah, if you want, Alex, that's fine. I'll keep saying it as much as that I can. I haven't found a really good. Got you, Pangalo Island, Philippines. I got that, Sam. Yeah, I'll keep repeating it, but sometimes it's kind of difficult to keep up. Anyway, haven't found a really good game tracker for college basketball that doesn't get me into some kind of maybe copyright that doesn't have a name on it or anything like that. So inbound pass to the top of the key. St. John's has the ball. Indiana's up 8, 18-10, over to the right wing. Gets the ball down to the block on Galloway, turns, shoots, gets the foul on Galloway, misses the shot. Pretty good defense. Tamar Bates came behind to try to help him block. Didn't quite get there. He's going to go to the line for 2 shots. All right, Mathis is on the free throw line, it looks like. Hits the first free throw. (18-11). Second free throw is up, and it is off the rim. Geronimo with the rebound. Outlets to Fennessy. Fennessy's got the ball. It looks like St. John's is in his own press here. Got to get the ball across the top of the key. Pass over to Tamar. He drives, shoots an 8-footer, and hits it. Nice play. Instead of settling for that 3-point shot, he drove the basket and hit a little floater. St. John's back up the court fast the other way. 20-11 right now is the score. Ball is down on the left block. Geronimo in defense to the top of the key. Rob Fennessy's on the ball. Back over to the left wing. 3-pointer is up, and it is good. Got the 3-pointer over Geronimo. It is now 20-14. And they're still in this little zone press right now. They're trying to make Fennessy make a mistake, which he did not. Passes over to left wing. Tamar is wide open. Fires and buries another 3. Tamar Bates starting to get warm. He's lighting it up. That's 2 shots in a row. And there's a steal on the inbound. Oh, that's got to be intentional. Galloway stole the ball, goes right back up quick as he passed it in, and the guy just yanked him to the ground. That has got to be an intentional foul. I know they're going to say he's going for the ball, but that's got to be intentional. Oh, I know they're saying nothing malicious, but that there was he fouled hard. Okay, let's call it a hard foul. We won't say it's malicious, but he just slammed him to the ground. So let's pick up the play here again. St. John's is taking the ball out. They make one pass. They go to make a second pass, and Galloway intercepts the pass, goes up for the dunk, and he grabs his arm and pulls him to the ground as he's flying by. And when he grabs his arm, he offsets his center of balance, and he lands on his side. 23-14. They are going to go to the monitor on that. I don't think it's a flagrant 1 or a flagrant 2, but it should go back to what we called the intentional foul rule. And I'm telling you, that Montez Mathis, I know he played at Rutgers last year. It looked worse. It looked bad because, Montez Mathis transferred to St. John's. Yeah, it was the same guy. Thought I remembered the kid. Assembly Hall is one of the most unique and beautiful arenas in college basketball, for sure. It is a lot of fun to be sitting there way up high. Yeah, so my first glance was from the high angle camera. He goes up to dunk it, and he just grabs the arm. Oh, I don't hate to say it. Well, Shelby's a Kentucky fan, so that's kind of where that is. But it's one of the funnest places to go watch a basketball game. You're right. I shouldn't hate to say it. I love Assembly Hall, but he hit hard. They are still looking at it. It's not so much the way that he fouled. It's almost like that he grabbed the arm and pulled him. It looks like he pulled him down. That's why I called it intentional, because he really didn't have much chance of, but he was going after the ball. I've been to Rep Arena too. It's okay. It's not as quirky as Assembly Hall. They're gonna call some kind of a hook. They're gonna call some kind of a hooking call. It's the foul should be called intentional. I don't think the damage was intentional. I don't think hurting him was intentional. I think he was just trying to guarantee that he didn't go up, and it's not the way that he fouled him. I think it's the fact that he held onto the arm and pulled him to the ground. I'm going to see how they call it. Yeah, he's hurt. .645 to go in the first half. It is 23-14. King Pookie Nation, yes, sir. Send one. You can send it to Alex at It's in the Blood. She will probably respond, and we'll take some time, non-stream time, and we'll help get you set up and help you do whatever you want to do. Mine is Ohio River History, and that's on Instagram. You can hit me up there, and I'll be glad to spend some time with you one of these evenings or afternoons, whatever you like. I will gladly teach you how to get it set up and done. Did they eject him? They flagrant 2 ejected from the game. It's not because of him trying to block the shot. It's the fact that he grabbed him and used force to pull him to the ground. It's a judgment call. It really is. And I don't know that that's first free throw is up and good. But he grabbed the inside of the arm and pulled him down. And that's the reason why they call it that. Second free throw is up and it is good. Miller Kopp subbed in to shoot those. Indiana is up 11 points right now. And all in all, let's talk about what we really got going on here with 6:45 left in the first half. We got a game that's going here where Indiana is starting to pull away. And now they get the ball out under the basket. Kopp is going to inbound it. Looks like he's going to try to get it. He gets it out to Race Thompson, over to Xavier Johnson. I still can't get used to saying his name. He's over on the right wing, comes over to Tamar Bates, back to Xavier. Xavier passes it over to the right wing to Tamar. Tamar back to Xavier. Hits Race at the free throw line. Race turns, hits the wing. Tamar ball fake, shot up, and good. Tamar Bates, man. He's not settling for that three right now. He's taking a step. He's dribble drive and getting the shot that's wide open because they're going after him. We're on a 7-0 run in the last 30 seconds of the game. That's a turnover, but they're going to get Xavier with the reach in, it looks like. Xavier almost had the strip there, and if he would have got it clean, they would have been gone. 6:13 left in the first half, 27-14. Couple subs coming in right now. Ball is getting ready to be taken out of bounds on the right side. Right side out of bounds play. Hits it to the top of the key. Oh, so Tamar gets called for the foul, and he doesn't. So, yeah, he was their leading scorer. So he stops to catch the pass, and Tamar's momentum carries him into him, and he gets called for a personal foul. But, Tamar is basically trying to, hey, Blue, this is what I did. Ref, this is what's up. There's the inbound. Tamar in defense again on the inbound. Go figure. Kopp over on the left wing. Over to the right-hand side. Ball is on the right wing. They got three overloaded. Shoots the three from the left wing. It is hard. Tipped it back out. Michael Durr did not do very good there. Goes to help. Gets called for a foul. First thing, Michael Durr looks a little slow. Durr comes in from South Florida. He's a junior. He comes up to help. He goes to block the dunk. He does prevent him from making it, but he hits a shot, but he's switched off. He's a little slow to move right now. He's not quite figured out the speed of this style of play yet. But 7 foot solves a lot of problems. And the free throw is up by Soriano, and it is good. Anybody that's just now joining in, green screen failure today. I had a video card go out. Sorry about that. We'll get her fixed. Michael Durr goes to the bench right now. Second free throw is up, and it is good. 27-16 with 5:56 to go in the first half. Race Thompson takes the ball out of bounds, inbounds to Xavier Johnson on the left. Double team comes. Xavier beats it on the dribble. He's running up the court all the way, but he traveled. Took the ball coast to coast and traveled. 5:50 to go in the first half. 27-16. Ball is getting ready to be inbounded. I don't know that he traveled. It was hard to tell. Here we go. St. John's is bringing the ball up the court. Crosses the timeline. Set their offense. Passes to the left wing. Left wing sits there. Dribbles on Miller Kopp. Gets around him. Passes onto the right block. Blocked by Miller Kopp. Miller Kopp starts the break. Passes to Trace. Trace passes off. Here comes Race Thompson with the dunk. Fast break points. Win games all the time. Here we go again. 29-16. Rolling and gone. Ball comes across the timeline. Defense is being played. Oh, that's going to be a charge. No, they're going to call that a block. Let's go back and have a look-see. Miller Kopp with the block and then the rebound. Comes up, starts the break. Passes to Trace. Trace goes to Race. Race in rhythm. Dunks that ball home. What a good play. Indiana's got 10 points off turnovers in the first half to St. John's 3. It's a big part of the difference in this game. Can't wait to see. We'll go back and look at some of the stats here in just a little bit. Here we go. St. John's is at the free throw line. They're down 13. We're getting ready to go into this last 5 minutes stretch. Let's see if Indiana can extend or if they lose track here. 29-17. St. John's makes a couple substitutions. Here we go with the free throw line again. Steph Smith shoots it and makes it. 29-18. Ball is inbounded to Rob Fennessy. Fennessy's going to bring it up. Press backs off. It's man in coverage. Gets across the timeline. He's sitting there just dribbling around looking for somebody to outlet to. And he's still dribbling, gets around the guy, gets his pocket picked a little bit. It's going to be another jump ball. Hey, he should have found somebody to pass it to. He got a little careless there. Got you, King Pookie. So St. John's is down 11. They get the ball back here on the turnover or the jump ball change of possession, however you want to call it. Yeah, he is fired up, Shelby. I'm not sure why, but I didn't see exactly what he was doing. He was showing the elbow like they're throwing elbows. So he's going to alert the officials of that. Here we go, dribbling up the left sideline. They're going to call Fennessy for a trip. Getting sloppy here on defense. It's a 9th team foul in the half. And Fennessy's trying to body up, but he's not. He didn't move his feet and stay out in front, so he's going to get called for that every single time. You're right. That is a stupid foul. And see, that's been part of Rob's problem. He was a high 4, a low 5 prospect coming out of Lafayette in high school. First free throw is good, 29-19. And then he never really developed beyond that. He's got an excellent shot and he hits streaks of greatness, but he never was consistent enough. So I think his game is a mental issue. Second free throw is up, and it is off the rim. Race Thompson gets the rebound, but he got poked out of bounds by St. John's. Indiana will have the ball coming out on the looks like the in the corner over here on the left corner. Passes to Fennessy. Fennessy's got the ball dribbling the ball up to looking to try to get across the timeline. Man-to-man coverage. He gets around the timeline, gets around this guy, stops at the top of the key. Sends the guy through the pick, comes over into the lane, passes to Trace. Trace passes down, Trace to Race. Race goes up, and good. They're going to give him the basket. Yeah, I know. They've gotten really sloppy. They've gotten handsy on defense. They're not using their feet to do the work. They're not using their feet. They're using their hands, and they're getting called for ticky-tack fouls that they really shouldn't. Heck yeah. Thank you, Nathan. See, they're going to – it looks like Race hooked to get around his defender, and I bet you they call him with a flagrant or however they call this hook call. Yeah, I bet you they take points off the board here, honestly. And this really hurts the game. This freaking monitor stuff is god awful. We're going to go back to commercial here. Trace is in the game, JB. Right now, the lineup is Race Thompson, Miller Cobb, Rob Fennessy, Trace Jackson Davis, and Tamar Bates. Oh, they gave it. They didn't. No foul. They didn't change it. And Race hits his free throw, extends the lead back to 13, 32-19. Here we come back up the court. Top of the key, dribble, and to the right wing. Right wing's got the ball, passes to the top of the key. Top of the key passes a quick inside layup. Nice pass. Cutter got by Race, got to the goal. Quick inbound to Rob Fennessy. Rob's going to bring it up. They backed off this man press. 4:08 to go in the first half, 32-21. Rob dribbles to the right. Shoots the pull-up three-pointer. It is off the mark. Don't like that shot. No passes. St. John's pushes the ball back up the court, looking to get the ball inside. Pass it around the wing to top of the key. Top of the key, dribble drive, turns, spins, shoots, and hits the floater. Cut this lead down to 9, 32-23. Indiana got sloppy, and now they're giving up baskets. Trace has got the ball down on the bottom block. The double team comes. He gets around it, tries to dribble through it. They reverse the ball around the top, reset the offense. Tamar Bates at the top of the key. Ball on the bottom block to Trace. Trace is going to spin. Double team comes, passes it out for the three. Miller Kopp shoots and hits it. That's what you do. Inside out game right there. 35-23, 3:15 left to go in the first half. Ball gets stopped at the top of the key. Miller Kopp's on the right wing against the defender, or against the St. John's. He drives the lane, kind of gets a partial block there, gets his hands up. Here comes Finney. Tracy's got the ball, pass it to Tamar. Tamar goes up for the layup and scores another fast break basket. Tamar Bates looked like he was getting a little mouthy with a guy there, but the ref was right there. He probably wasn't saying a whole lot. I hope not, because I don't like that. All right, crowd's getting fired up. 37-23, 2:43 to go. Ball's on the left wing, trying to get dribble penetration. Passes it down. There's a steal by Race. Race passes over to Tamar. Tamar passes to Finney. Finney goes up for the layup. He is fouled and misses the layup. He would have brought the house down if he'd have dunked that. 37-23. Finney's going to go to the line. We're going to go to another timeout yet. We just had 3 of them in a row because of, going to the monitor. I'm Miller Kopp and Tamar Bates today so far. Tamar Bates has been a scoring machine. He's showing how explosive he can be with his athleticism and his big frame. But Miller Kopp's let the game come to him. He's not forced anything here at IU, and at Northwestern, that was one of his bigger issues. So, all things considered, Miller Kopp's playing a much better game today. Okay, Roy, I would love to understand that. Because I feel like college basketball is probably okay. Refs call fouls even they want. Yeah, college basketball isn't rigged. I just think officiating is sometimes I don't know. It's almost like it's momentum based how they call fouls sometimes. They get calling a certain thing and officials get lazy. And then that's when you start getting a lot of fouls called, because when they start getting lazy, I think they should let players play a little bit more. But I don't think college basketball is rigged. I just think that officials have a very difficult time. Money in Vegas. Man, you know what? I'll tell you what. If that's the case, Vegas is so good at picking college lines. I mean, I know that they can't get them all right, but my God. Yeah. Vegas team, well, Vegas isn't doing so hot right at the moment, whether it be on the field or off. So they're having a lot of issues there. Yeah. The NBA seems like it's scripted. Blue chips. Now, you know what? Now, I've never said anything about recruiting. You're right. Refs do get influenced by coaches, but that's their job. The coach is going to point out what they're not seeing or what he thinks they should be looking for. And if the coach can get his attention and point out something that's going on during the game and then the ref calls it, he's not influenced. He's just been shown something that's a coach doing his job. He's working the game. And you know what? There's a couple coaches in this country that are really good at it. Mike Krzyzewski and John Calipari for 2. They're very good at working the officials. Heck yeah. I don't like taunting calls. You know what? I don't mind show of emotion. I don't mind, I just don't think it should always be a penalty like that. I really don't. Because I think you should be able to show emotion as long as it's not aggressive. As long as it's not aggressive and in somebody's face, I think you should be able to do whatever you want. Because that's what gets us fired up. What was better than seeing a kid that got cut? He got cut by Pittsburgh. And then to go through on 3rd down and be the linebacker in coverage and then sack Roethlisberger after they had cut him from that team and now he made it from the practice squad. Heck yeah, I would have looked at that bench. Heck yeah, I would have showed some emotion. I would have been a happy kid. And I bet he was blown away and it ruined his moment. We're back on the floor, thank God. Another 5-minute commercial break. I wonder how much money they make on these college commercials. There's where the scam is. Finney's at the line. Finney's got a great stroke from the free throw line. He shoots it up. First one is up, and I say that, and he misses. It was very soft off the rim. All right. Here we go. It's back to the second free throw is up, and it is also in and out. Man, my gosh. 2:29 left to go in the half. 37-23. St. John's comes across the timeline, dribbles to the right side, down the lane, tries to push it inside. Defense pushes it back out. Reverse the ball to the left wing. Step back, top of the key, to dribbles left, goes around. Stripped. Parker Stewart has the ball. Outlets to Race Thompson. Race Thompson missed the free throw or the layup, and here comes the ball. It looks like they're going to have numbers. Looks like it's going to be a 4-on-3. And, there was no stopping that play. Two Hoosiers went down. Yeah, I'm ready for Leal. I'll tell you why here at the next break. Don't let me forget Anthony Leal. IU brings the ball back up 12, 37 to 25. IU has played a really good offensive half. Trace has got the ball at the top of the key. Trace drives left, goes up for the shot, gets blocked. Miller Kopp with the rebound, misses. You know what? St. John's is responding because they're defending the drive under the goal really well right now. Ball's in the left corner, back out the left wing. Parker Stewart is in defense on that guy there. We've got some change of players. I'll update you here in a second. 18-foot jump shot, brick. Here comes Fennessy with the ball. Off to Kopp on the left. In rhythm, shoots the three. It is short. And that's going to be IU ball. Yep. Trace went up for the rebound against two guys. Got a hand on it. Anthony Leal creates spacing. Anthony Leal has the same issue that Parker Stewart has. He's not quite an excellent defender yet. And I took a beating. At Assembly Call live stream last week or earlier this week when I said he needed a few more minutes in the game. And everybody's on the same boat because IU is a defensive school first. And the reason that he deserves minutes is because he comes in, he makes scrap plays, he hits shots. The problem is he gets a little lackluster on defense. But when he makes a few shots, it opens up the inside game again because he's a lethal shooter. Tamar Bates has the dribble penetration of a good two guard, and he's got a nice soft jump shot. He does not need to sit back and rely on that three-pointer. That is not where his strength is. His strength is going to be from 18 foot on in. He may be a good three-point shooter, and that may help him get better dribble penetration. Yeah, and it's not Tamar Bates is the worst hairline in college basketball. I'm not really sure, but for a young kid, that looks a little rough. Looks like he's receding pretty good. Inbounds the ball to Parker Stewart at the top of the key. Parker Stewart hits Trace on the block. Trace in the center of the floor goes up for the layup. Trace gets 2 more points. We're up to 39-25, less than a minute to go. Whoop, whoop. Come on, play some D here. Hard-nosed D, guys. Get on the ball. Drives to the left. Brings the ball over. Passes back off to the point guard at the top of the key. Passes to the left wing. They're doing the weave again. Shoots a 28-footer. Misses. Parker Stewart with the rebound. He's going to bring it on up. The press is going to come. Gets it off to Fennessy. Fennessy handles the ball. He's got 3 seconds to get across that line. Come on. Crosses the timeline. Drives the goal. And misses the layup. Good defense on the help side. Fast break coming back. Fast break layup for St. John's. Probably only their second set of fast break points today. 37-29, 17 seconds to go. It looks like Indiana will hold for the last shot. Fennessy has come across the stripe, got the ball, 9 seconds to go. Getting ready to start the offense with 5 seconds. Dribble, looks over, gets into the lane, passes it off to Trace for the alley-oop, and he missed it. Halftime, 39-27. A lot of thoughts on this. Let me get a nice score sheet up here. First off, anybody today that wants to talk some basketball? Don't grief me, but let me clear that comment. And here we go. All right, fans. If anybody's in here tonight that wants to be a part, come in here and talk first half. If you was watching it on your Fox Sports 1 at home, you're more than welcome to join. If not, you're going to listen to me talk for however long halftime is. Got to get this stat sheet. I don't think that ejection was called for on Montez Mathis. I understand behind it, but yeah, Jake, 39 points at the half. That's a good total. That's where we want to score against some of these mid-majors at the half. We want to score, we want to average about 80 points a game. But the defense only giving up 25. See, at the end of the day, when you hold teams under 60, that's where your defense needs to be in big conference games. You need to keep games below 70, and 70-point games or higher. I'm not a big fan of those. I like the defensive-minded games. Getting ready to get to the there's my box score that I liked. So in the first half today, Mr. Champagne for St. John's went 4 for 9 from the field. He was 2 for 4 behind the three-point line. Yeah, Mathis is a St. John's player, Sam, and he was a transfer because he played in the Big Ten last year. Montez Mathis is his name. He played at Rutgers. Yeah, I thought that too, Shelby. The fouls have got to be cleaned up. Most of that, I'm going to get the full box score up here for halftime. Excuse me. Let's start it out. Soriano had 4. Champagne had 10 for St. John's. Montez Mathis was 2 for 2 from the field, 1 for 1 from the three-point line. And he had a total of 5 points, and he's ejected. From the bench, they scored about 3 points from the bench with a grand total of 27 points for the half. It has been a decent game, Nathan. What up, Heavy Metal? Colin? Hey, I haven't got a chance live to say anything to you yet, but congratulations on the Furman game, bro. Anyway, my video card failed today, guys, so I'm struggling a little bit here. Going down through IU starters, Trace Jackson Davis. What can you say? 4 for 7 from the field. No offensive rebounds. He has 4 defensive rebounds, 4 assists, 1 block, and 1 turnover for 8 points. Yeah, Trace Jackson Davis has become a very good passer, 900, and that's something that we need. So far, yeah, and I'll get to that in a second too. Go through the stat sheet. Miller Kopp, 1 for 3 from the three-point line, 2 for 2 from the free throw, 5 points, but none of his shots today were forced. He also has 2 blocks today. No turnovers. Miller Kopp, that's a good Colin. You know what? It's not typical. You're my friend, and I bust on you for whatever I get the opportunity to. It's not a typical IU fan. It's just that it's sad when Louisville loses to Furman, bro. Just saying. Anyway. Man, here we go. These guys, chat's heating up because everybody's kind of getting into it a little bit. It's kind of fun. Back to where I was at, though. Race Thompson played another excellent field today. Race 4 for 6 from the field. Shelby's a little upset right now. 1 for 1 from the free throw stripe. He has 3 defensive rebounds, which leads the team. 2 assists. Race Thompson has 4 steals in this game for a 6'8" forward. He also has 2 turnovers, but he does have 9 points in the first half. I'll take it. Your big guys are going to turn it over a little bit, but Xavier Johnson has not had the productivity that he's had in the first 2 games, but he hasn't needed to. He does have 2 fouls, and that's the reason he set most of the rest of the second half. And Parker Stewart, once again, somebody I was really interested in seeing today, did not force his game. He did let it come to him. He hit his only 3-point shot. He has 1 defensive rebound and 1 personal foul for a total of 3 points. Not mad about that at all. I am mad that he's not moving his feet defensively, and he got drove around a couple times, and which resulted in a couple of baskets. Maybe not from his guy, but from an assist from his guy on a pass where somebody come to help him cover. That's where my problem with Parker Stewart is. Yeah, and Nathan got him a magnet kit today from Kratos. Brother, I got one that's going to be on my year-end giveaway, so you might want to try to win another. Anyway, Finney Finney's playing really good defense, but today he comes out, he gets 1 rebound, 2 assists, 1 steal, but he turned the ball over a couple times. He didn't make a shot. He was 0 for 3 from the field, missed 2 free throws. He's still not playing well, and that's why he's not starting Maya. I keep going back to Rob, and I think that Rob is probably the most talented guard on the floor. I think his game is in his head, the problems that he has. And I'm not sure if that's the truth or not, but can't really say. after that tournament game nearly 3 decades later. Man, Colin, that's holding a grudge, bro. That's a long time ago. Calbert Cheaney was probably had the smoothest left-handed stroke I've ever seen in college basketball. And that's saying something. But can't be mad at that guy. That guy made everything he shot. I really thought that he might end up on this coaching staff at some point too. Going on down the stat sheet, really worried about Trey Galloway. He took a shot. But let's get to the man of the day so far. Our freshman small forward, 2 guard, Tamar Bates, comes in and shoots 5 for 7 from the field, 1 from 3 behind the line. He did miss 2 free throws. He has 1 defensive rebound, 1 foul, but he does have 11 points, and he is leading the team today. And for a freshman to come in and lead this team, especially off the bench, it speaks to where he's going in this team. He's working his way up. We've got right now, I really feel like 3 of our starters have been consistent. Jackson Davis, Thompson, and Xavier Johnson have all played real consistent ball. The other guys have played fairly good defense, but Parker Stewart has still not really asserted himself defensively. Miller Kopp has kind of been letting things come to him, playing pretty decent on the defensive end and doing the little things that he needs to do. So Kopp's a little more stable than Xavier is right now. But if I had to move somebody into that spot, into that Parker Stewart, whatever you want to call it, small forward, 2 guard spot, you've got a couple guys right now that are playing well enough to work themselves into that. And that's Jordan Geronimo and Tamar Bates. Geronimo's just playing on athleticism, and he's a good ball player. Tamar has just been lighting it up. I'm glad that Texas decided to get rid of Shaka Smart. Oh, man, that's awesome. Yeah, getting to see – anytime you ever get a chance to go to an NCAA tournament game, that's always a treat. I got to go – I've been several times. And, to go to one of those 2-game packs, where they have like the afternoon session where there's 2 games, and then they have the evening session. There's 2 more games at a site, is a lot of fun. Got to see a couple really good games several times. None that would ever stand out, but I've never got to see my team play in the NCAA tournament. So sooner or later, that's going to happen. Back into the halftime here. What can I say about the defense? The defense was sloppy and handsy. We picked up a lot of fouls, and I'm very critical, guys. They only gave up 27 points in this first half. I'm a critical guy. I want everything to be clean. Having 9 personal fouls in the first half, there was a lot of reaching, a lot of not moving your feet, being a little bit out of position and letting somebody drive around you, and I don't like that. So there's a couple guys out there, to name a few, that really did not move their feet well, as Parker Stewart, Rob Fennessy. So I'm not real happy with that part of it. But let's go to what we are good about. The only thing that really kept this game from being blown wide open was St. John's at the 3-point line. They did make 3 of them, although they only hit 25%, but making 3 3-pointers really helped out because they were all timely. And 75% on 6 for 8 shooting at the free throw line. That's those fouls basically resulted in free points. As a whole, our defense played pretty well. We only let them have 33% field goal shooting, and we did give up 5 offensive rebounds. But when you throw out that many 3-pointers, you're going to have them long rebounds, and you're going to get into that. For as far as the second half is concerned, Nathan, I look for a lot of the same. I look for Indiana to try to put it away and beat them down early. But, I really feel like St. John's is talented enough that if they can get a little consistency in their game, they're going to be able to maybe tighten this game up a little bit and play a pretty even half. Maybe I hope they don't win the half, but I bet they're going to play pretty even. Or they're going to try to. I'm going to be, not so optimistic for Indiana because they played a really good first half, and I'm still sitting here being critical of their defense, and they only gave up 33% shooting. But yeah, that's the way I am, and that's the way I call stuff. So we should be getting close to the end of the halftime here. They're showing some highlights on here. I'm going to go look over here really fast and see if I see something else. Anything else that I wanted to look at here. I still can't get over George Mason going into Maryland and winning. That's kind of a shocker. Looking to see if there's anything else. Don't see a whole lot in here today that really has me thinking about it. All right. Colin, thanks, brother. I appreciate it. Hey, stop back in. We'll talk some smack about your cards again, bro. Come on. I hope we're going back live after this commercial because halftime just really bums me out, man. Especially, I was really hoping that with this stream that we would get some fans that wanted to jump in here and play around a little bit. You know what? I like seeing underdogs win too. It just really messes me up when I gamble. Okay. Mac Jones tomorrow night in Atlanta. That ought to be a really good one as well. It's in the blood. We'll stream tomorrow night at 11 o'clock. And we will go for who knows how long. And we will talk about Thursday night football, depending upon what Alex decides to do. It ought to be a pretty solid game. If New England goes into Atlanta and continues to play the way they're playing, look out, Buffalo. That's all I got to say because their defense is staying consistent and their offense is starting to roll. That kid is learning how to play quarterback in the NFL. I like to see Matt Ryan win that game tomorrow, though, to be honest. I really would. And the bad thing about Atlanta is that Calvin Ridley, I think, is still out. And Cordell Patterson, who's been one of their mainstays on offense, is nursing an ankle injury and may not play. I think they're going to make him a game-time decision. It's okay, Nathan. Just get it planned out. One of these days, either do it from your phone, unless it's your phone camera. We run it both ways, so. But yeah, one of these days, I'm ready to have some new fans, some people that I haven't met before or haven't talked to before, jump up and kind of come in here and give me a perspective. But yeah, you can just use a mic. I will post the link again if somebody else wants to come up. We've got just a few more minutes here. Man, I'm ready for that. You know what? I wish there wasn't a break in these games. I get all fired up and want to call the whole thing. I get happy when it gets going. Yeah, I tell you what, man, I don't know. I really don't, Nathan. I would at the beginning of the season, I would have agreed with you wholeheartedly. But I've seen the way that team has rallied around him and the way they've protected him. And I've seen the way Buffalo has struggled. Even though they played pretty good defense, I've seen them struggle. And, they've still got 2 games. One of them is a Monday night game. I think that's really going to be – yeah, that's a very fair point right there. Yeah, I mean, look, we got some this KC-Dallas game this week could be a barn burner. I really don't know how that one's going to turn out. That one's going to be interesting as well. Looks like we're about 30 seconds from tipping off the second half. We can grab a quick sip. Oh, good. So I can watch that game. Hey, Alex, can I stream that game on the Cincy game at 4:05 on Sunday? So his name, I called him Champagne, is Champagny, is how it's pronunciated. Yeah, St. John's did a pretty good job of spreading the floor and being strong with the ball. Yeah, if they play that game at 4:05, I might be interested in streaming it, honestly. All right, we're getting ready to start the second half. Woo woo! All right, let's see some dominance. Parker Stewart brings the ball across the timeline and sets the offense. Passes off to Miller Kopp in the right corner, down to Trace on the block. Goes up with the left hand. It was kind of a bad little flipper or hook shot, but he did draw the foul. Trace will start the second half going to the line. There's what IU needs to do. They need to start by getting the ball down inside and working inside out. Once they start collapsing, that's when you got to start hitting your outside jump shots. Trace looks poised at the free throw line. Shot is up, and it is bricking off the back iron. Second free throw is up, and it is good. 40-27, ball gets inbounded, man-to-man press coming. Looks like Xavier is trying to keep the ball out of the hands of the regular point guard, making somebody else bring it up. Dribbles across to the right side. Top of the key, over to the left wing. Left wing's got the ball. Back, reverse, pick. Shot off the left wing for three, and it is good. A little bit of a two-man game there. Got a three-pointer from the left wing. Xavier Johnson's bringing the ball up. Here comes the trap. He dribbles around it, passes it to Race. Race gets the ball across the timeline. Back over to Xavier on the left side. Xavier's directing the offense, pointing everybody out. There comes a pick, pass to Parker. Parker comes to the middle of the floor. That's not a charge. That is not a charge. You were on the wrong side to make the call, Blue. If he extended his arm, okay, well, I'll give it to him. So Red Storm has the ball back, only down 10. Top of the key with the ball over to the left wing. Parker Stewart's a little bit tighter on his defense right now. I'm going to watch him a little bit. Dribbles around, looking for somebody to pass the ball to, down to the left corner. Got the ball, hasn't used his dribble yet. Dribbles out of the corner, comes to the middle of the floor, all the way to the right wing, and hits a layup. 40-32. Indiana up 8, 18:40 to go. Here comes Race across the timeline. And Race dribbling the ball, not paying attention behind him, gets a stole. Here comes a fast break, alley-oop, and a dunk. Or did they call that a charge? Nope. Didn't call it a charge. There's a trap in the corner, pass to Xavier. St. John's is only down 6. Into the corner for Kopp. Kopp dribbles and shoots. The floater, good baseline floater, scores 2 more. 42-34, lead back to 8. Ball comes up on the right side. Xavier Johnson in defense. Over on the left wing, shoots a three-pointer out of rhythm, but does hit it. 37-42. They've cut it to 5. Here we go. We're getting a little animated out here on the floor. A little frustration starting to show. Xavier Johnson was getting bumped off on his defender. That should have been taken off the. Yeah, Miller Kopp took that play on the baseline, floated up with the riller. Yeah, the runner there. Here we go on the press again. Jesus, I'm all flustered. Xavier comes across the timeline, and they called him with an offensive foul. It looked like he pushed off. The officials have come out in this half, and they are not letting. Let's see. That is an offensive foul. See, the announcers don't think that it's a foul, but it looked like he pushed off. So what are you going to do? Hey, if you extend that arm, they should call the foul. Just saying. He goes to the bench, and it looks like Fennessy replaces him. Xavier Johnson has not had much time. Jump shot up and off the rim. Trace with the rebound controlling. Trace is going to bring the ball up the court. He gets it up to the top of the key, dribbles left, hands off to Miller Kopp. Miller Kopp takes an 18-footer. It's a short off the iron. Trace gets the rebound, and he is fouled going under the basket. 42-37, 5-point lead, 17-24 to go in the second half. Got to withstand this run because teams get hot streaks, right? Everybody gets a little bit hot. You got to withstand the run. You got to slow it back down and gain control of the game. Miller Kopp takes the ball out of bounds, passes it off to Parker Stewart in the corner for three. In and out. It was a good shot on the inbound pass. St. John's pushes the ball up the court. Look at that. It's just an inbound inlet pass under the basket, down to the block. Did he step out of bounds? Yes, he did. Wait. Yeah, he stepped out of bounds. I'm sure he did. Soriano, they threw a pass deep under the basket, and he stepped out. Okay, here we go again. Race Thompson brings it up. Parker Stewart in the corner to Miller Kopp. Easy shot if he makes it. Yes, it is. Miller Kopp for three. Kopp's come out hot in the second half. 45-37. Extend the lead back to 8. St. John's right back up the court. Top of the key. Dribble penetration. Now, see, he just used his arm to push off. Same thing they just called Xavier for, though. Trace has the rebound, outlets to Finney. Finney comes across the timeline, looking for Kopp in the corner. Kopp wants the ball. He's raising his hands up. Finney resets the offense. They go to a 1-4 set. Finney on the right wing. Passes down onto the block to Trace. Trace dribbles into the middle of the floor and draws another foul. He's got around his defender, and he had no choice but to foul him. Yeah, Indiana broke the pressure, and Kopp set up in that corner for that three right on time. Miller Kopp has went into double digits with 5 quick points here in the second half. We're up 8. Trace is on the free throw line. First shot is up, and it is good. And by the way, I don't think Trace was in the act of shooting when he drew that foul. I don't know what these officials are thinking. Back up to 10. And the second one is good. Here comes St. John's back up the court. 47-37. Dribble on the penetration. He's got the ball at the top of the key, looking, reset the offense, looking for his shot. Don't reach. Keeping the ball, move your feet. Don't let him get around. Drives the lane and hits the layup. They let him get dribble penetration. Nobody cut him off. That's what happens. 8-point lead. Race Thompson comes up the court all the way. Race takes it end to end and goes up for a layup and draws another hard foul. Fouls are really – this is getting kind of sloppy. We've already got 6 fouls in the first 4 minutes of the second half. We're going to go to timeout here. And Naked HD XYZ. That's nice. Let me see what's going on here. Well, don't post anything. I can't even read those emojis, so I don't know if that's bad or not. So keep it clean and we'll be good. Thank you. I knew it was going to be, but I wasn't quite sure. Sam, I can answer. She grew up she never really was a big fan of college sports per se, but when she watched IU basketball with me. She is into it, but she's not into it as much as I am. She picked up on football. Football and soccer were her 2 big things when she was growing up. So she likes it by committee. But now she's torn between Kentucky and IU, not necessarily for fandom, just for the people that she frequents. Yeah, Shelby's a definite Kentucky fan. Yeah. And our love for sports has been something that her and I have always agreed upon, so that makes it really kind of a good thing. Just to refresh everybody's memory a little bit, we will stream in here tomorrow night after Thursday night football or towards the end of it. We will probably call the end of that game. Yeah, I know. She doesn't like Kentucky at all, and that makes it funny. Yeah, Shelby's okay. Good point. We will be streaming in here tomorrow night at 11 o'clock. I hope to see everybody back in here again. We will be talking about football for the week. We'll talk about Thursday night's game and Sunday's games coming up. However, I'm pretty sure that I will be back in here on Sunday's game for either the football or the basketball game, maybe both, depending upon how good my day goes at work on Sunday, because I do work weekends. And then we will be in here, as always, on Monday nights. And depending upon Alex's feel for the day, she may go ahead and stream Monday Night Football if she feels the need. But it's getting to be, we're spending a ton of time in here. So we like to do it, but we don't want to burn ourselves out. Come on, commercials. Here we go. Let's get off these commercials. Hey, Indiana transfer Al Durham is playing some good ball at Providence this year, 14.3 points in his first 3 games. Way to go, Al. Sorry to see you go, but I understand. Yeah, this transfer portal is not something I'm a big fan of. It's the way that it's going. It really is not. I think when you transfer, it should be at a cost. I think your decision for a college basketball program, where you go, where you want to play, should be one that you think long and hard about, because I think there should be a penalty for transfer, and I think that it should be at least a season like it used to be. Because if you pick the right school and you take your time, yeah, the transfer portal is amazingly bad. Ray shoots the free throw. It is up, and it is good. It extends the lead back to 9. They've got to clean it up. They've got to come up with some rules for it, because these guys just transferring everywhere is horrible. Small schools don't stand a chance. St. John's is down 9. Race shoots the second free throw, and it is good. Race's consistency with Miller Kopp's burst of scoring today has got Indiana back up by 10. 15:55 to go, 49-39. Drives the lane. Sad defense. Back to 8. Just let him have a layup. Here we go. Ball's coming across. Fennessy's got the ball. Fennessy's at the top, getting ready to pass off to the right wing to Parker Stewart. Stewart passes to Race Thompson at the top of the key. Tip pass, good. Rob Fennessy had good floor awareness, and then Trace turned it over. Fast break. That should be a travel. There's going to be a foul. So turnover turns into a fast break. Nope, he did not travel. Gets the layup in. I don't know if they called a foul on that or not. Yes, they did. Called a foul. So the score is now 49-43. 15:22 to go. Shem, I can't even say it the right way, so I'm going to call him Champagne, has got 17 points. They did not call a foul. They stopped the clock. They stopped it for injury. All right, Indiana's got the ball, inbounds it into Fennessy. Fennessy goes back over to Race Thompson because of the press. Race breaks the press, brings the ball up on the left wing. Dribbles back to the center of the court. Passes over to Fennessy. Fennessy goes always over on the left side again. Race goes back down to the block. Sloppy pass. Trace Jackson dribbles, penetrates. Miller Kopp shoots one ugly shot. Miller Kopp is feeling it, and now he's throwing up shots. Here comes St. John's the other way. Ball crosses midcourt. They reverse it around to the right wing. Indiana looks flat, guys. They look really flat. What is going on? Deep three-pointer. Nobody in his face. And then Tamar Bates did not even go up for the rebound. Another 3, and then he sinks it. Second chance points, brings the game back down to 3 points. Sloppy defense. What is going on here, guys? Get some pressure on the ball. Tamar has got the ball. Trap has come. Here comes Race with the ball. Passes it up to the center of the court. Fennessy's got the ball over to the right wing to Kopp. Kopp dribbles the baseline again, shoots it up again, and hits it. Kopp is feeling pretty good. Indiana goes back up 5, 51-46, 14-14 to go in the half. In the game. Call it the game. Working the right side back to the top of the key. Over to the left wing. Three-pointer is up again, and it is way hard and off. That was not a good shot by St. John's. Race Thompson catches the rebound and brings it up the court himself. Setting the offense, pass off to Miller, Kopp on the wing, down to the block to Trace. Trace goes up and draws another foul. So where this half is really going, yeah, he threw one brick up there. It was one bad shot, but he's feeling it, Shelby. But he did score on the next possession down. But the second chance points got to go, and the defensive intensity's got to be picked up. However, they keep getting the ball down on the block, and every time they do, Trace or Race is drawing a foul under the goal. Trace is at the free throw line now. First free throw is up, and he has missed like every free throw he's shot today. Free throw shooting. Champagne, thank goodness, goes to the bench because he's been killing us. All right. Second free throw is up, and it rolls around the rim and goes in. Trace finally gets one to drop. St. John's is bringing the ball up the center court here. Off to the left wing. He's wide open. Passes it back. Center court. Dribble. Down the top of the key. Left wing. Drives the baseline. Inside. That should not be a foul. Trace blocked him. He was on his way down. I don't even think he touched him. Yeah. He sidestepped him, and they still called him for the foul. I really want to see it again because it was a tough angle to call a foul like that. And ain't going to show. Okay, here he goes. The free throw is up, and it is good. 5-point game again, 52-47. Got the lead back down to 5. He's got a chance to cut it to 4 with the free throw. It is up, and it is off the rim good. Or no good, I'm sorry. Trace Jackson with the rebound. Passes off to Finney. Finney brings it back up. Outlets to Jackson. Jackson throws a pass. It gets tipped. Goes out of bounds. It's Indiana's ball on the left side. Looks like Kopp is going to take the ball out of bounds over here, and we're still rolling. Here we go. Oh, nope. Finney's going to take the ball out of bounds and move Kopp down to the block or to the right wing. All right, ball is getting ready to come inbound. Inbound to Race Thompson on the block. Don't travel. He's got the ball. Passes to Finney over to Kopp. Kopp dribbles. One shot fake. Missed it. Second shot was short. Here comes St. John's on the fast break and dribbled it off his foot. Indiana gets the ball back on the turnover on the fast break. I don't like the way they're playing. I really don't. They played really decent in the first half. I wasn't super happy. Finney comes up the court with the ball. Finney's looking for Trace down on the block. Gets the ball into him on the block. Backs out. Trace is really lazy with his passes. He's one-handed passing. He turns it over. That's goaltending. They back down to 3 points. What is going on here? Come on, guys. I know that this is a Big East team. They're going to make a run, but you were in control of this game. Slow your offense down. Get it on the block and make a good shot. Over to Tamar Bates on the left wing. He is looking anxious. Passes to Trace. Trace passes. Don't. Okay. Back to Tamar. Tamar to Trace playing a two-man game. Tamar dribbles it off his foot, goes out near half court to get it. Still hasn't got it controlled. That's going to be St. John's ball. There's Tamar being a little somebody block that person. Okay, yeah, you got it. You can go ahead and put a ban on them if you like. Oh. All right, so now they're a 3-point lead. It's 12:36 to go, and it's looking kind of ugly, guys. Okay, here we go across the timeline. Passes off to the right wing. Right wing dribbles to the left, gets it to the left wing, dribbles right past Trace, and he traveled. He picked up his pivot foot when he got down to the block when he pulled his dribble. Got the ball back. All right, here we go. Inbound pass to Tamar. Tamar's got the ball. Looks like he's going to dribble up against the press. Looks like no trap is going to come. Gets across the timeline. 12:14 to go. Over to Race. Race over to Xavier Johnson on the right wing. Xavier drives all the way to the goal. There you go. Dribble penetration, gets a layup. Xavier Johnson back in the game, scores immediately. Ball comes up to the right wing in the corner. Back to the left wing. Don't reach. Here we go. Over into the corner. This looks like he's got an open three. Miller closes. He dribbles in. It looks like a turnover. Indiana is emphatically calling to go to the camera. St. John's is making it, they're making this really uncomfortable right now, and I'm not real happy about it. Let me swing this thing down for just a second. Woo! Getting a little bit hot under the collar here. Yeah, that's the other bad thing is that, I know that people are trying to make a living or whatever they do, but there's no place for it in here. We're trying to keep this as family orientated as we can and enjoy a basketball game. Yeah, you can put them in timeout. So second half has gotten sloppy. Fennessy's not playing the point really very well. They have to bring Xavier Johnson back in off the bench. Xavier's played good all the way around, except for he's got a little foul happy today. If he picks up that fourth foul, it's not going to be good. So he's got to play under control for a few minutes here. Let's see how that is. Trace has gotten sloppy with his passing and his defense, perimeter defense, not his under the basket defense. And Race Thompson's still playing really well. Miller Kopp feels like that he should be shooting the ball. I got the hiccups today. And Miller's played okay. He's scored a few points, but he's a little sloppy as well. I'm going to hit we're in timeout here. Let's kind of look. The turnovers are really starting to mount. Indiana's up to 13 turnovers right now. And that's about where you want to be for a whole game, not for this far into the second half. We are up 5. The fouls are starting to rack up on both teams. I thought there was more than that, but it just seems like it shows 12 and 13. We're still waiting to come back. Commercials are over. Now the stream's not restarted yet. St. John's has improved their field goal shooting in the second half. They're shooting at a higher clip. Indiana's staying about the same. 35% from the three-point line, and St. John's is up to 33. The difference in the game right now is St. John's is hitting 70% from the line. We're only hitting 60. We need to hit more free throws. Trace has been god-awful at the free throw line today. He's 4 for 8, only shooting 50%, and he has 3 turnovers in this game. So not really sure what's going on there. Am I out? What do I see circling? Oh, never mind. Hold on. That's not me. There we go. I had a tab that was causing me problems. Okay, back to the game. Thank you for the score update, Alex. I appreciate that. I was getting ready to spew it out my mouth. All right, so we got some in the huddle here. Yeah, he's calling for them to do what they did in the first half. He wants them to push the tempo and make a move. I tell you what, I don't think either coach is really happy with the officiating today. Ball is on the right wing. Back to, he's wide open. And he short-rimmed it, and Trace could not come up with the rebound. So they're going to get a second chance here after it was a botched defensive assignment there. They dribbles into the middle of the lane, passes off to the right wing, shoots another 3, contested 3. They don't allow Xavier Johnson to block out. He picks up his 4th foul. He's going to go right back to the bench. All right. There's a block, and there is a foul. And looky who is – so Mike Woodson goes down on his bench and gives Christian Lander some minutes today to come in and play the point. This is a really big opportunity for this young sophomore who came out of high school a year early. So Lander is getting into the game. I'm glad to see it. I figured it would be Anthony Leal, but he's going to be bringing the ball up. Christian Lander has got incredible ball skills. Pass off to Tamar on the right wing. They had so basically St. John's looks like they're in. Well, they look like they're in a zone. Trace goes in for the layup on the right block. Put it in. Lander's playing defense on the ball coming up the court. He's pressing the ball. Stick tight. Fans are getting into it. They're excited. Drives the lane. Christian Lander's going to get called for the foul. He didn't necessarily get beat, but he didn't get in front of him. Yeah, Trace took that pass, and that's a flop. That should be a flop call. Should be a flop warning, but they didn't get it. All right, here we go. Out of bounds underneath the basket, 56-49. And they call Christian Lander for another foul here. Christian says that he had a hold of my arm. Posh Alexander is a sneaky guard. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if that was a foul or not. It's kind of hard to see. Let me get this bigger. He hits a 2 off from the left wing. 56-51. Here comes the ball up the court. Christian Lander's got it. Crosses half court, 3-on-3. The other two guys are slowly getting up to 4. Passes off to Tamar Bates, top of the key, over to Race Thompson on the right wing. Race inserts it and draws. Trace Jackson Davis commands so much attention down low that he's going to draw fouls every time there's a mismatch down there. They do not have the guys to handle him. If I was Mike Woodson, I wouldn't do anything else but the ball, but just keep feeding that block. Eventually, Trace is going to start hitting some free throws, and he's going to get his rhythm. But keep feeding your All-American the ball. That's what you're supposed to do. That's when your outside shots open up, when they start packing it in. And Race Thompson happens to be the playing guard that made that decision. Trace goes up with a free throw, shoots another brick. He does not convert, but the play was good. IU is up 5, 56-51. Posh drives. That's off his own. That should be double dribble. They didn't call it. There's the pass down on the block. Trace gets in defense, goes up, disrupts the shot. Watch out behind you. He's got the ball, hands it off to Christian Lander, who's going to bring it up. Trace disrupted that shot just enough to get him to miss. Off to Miller Kopp in the corner. Kopp dribbles it off his foot and turns it over. Miller Kopp's playing a little bit reckless. I'd like to see Geronimo come in and play a few minutes here. Give him a break. He's played pretty good this half. I know you're trying to ride the fact that he scored some, but give him a break. Lots of turnovers in this game, and it's still an ugly game. This looks like a Big Ten season game, to be honest. All right. Here we come across the line. Tamar Bates defending the ball. There goes over to the right wing, passes off. Trace out on the defense. Race out on this guy on this side. Tamar comes over to help, cuts him off. Back over to Trace. Race on the side, misses the three-pointer. No rebound again, and the St. John's catches the ball and throws it off Miller Kopp to go out of bounds and keep possession. Yeah, Shelby, this game is getting sloppy as it gets. All right. Underneath, the ball gets bounced away. It should be ours on the turnover. No! Jesus criminy, what is going on here? Takes the ball out of bounds. Again, they got 17 seconds on the shot clock with a 5-point lead. Inbounds to the right wing, over to the top of the key. Ball over back to the right wing, into the corner. Tamar Bates in defense in the corner. Dribbles around. He about has it stripped away. Tamar plays good hands. Over in the right corner for a three-point shot. Guy is wide open, misses it. And another offensive rebound. Another long three, and it is good. It's been like we feel like we've been on this end of the court for a minute, and they finally get the three. It's a 2-point ball game. 9 minutes to go in the game. Sorry. Christian Lander passes the ball up court. Race Thompson has it over to Tamar Bates on the right wing, shoots a three, short off the rim. There's no rhythm in their defense, and they fast break it out. They don't get back. He shoots, he blocks, he goes up again. Race Thompson fouls him. Okay, we need to take a timeout here. This is, since St. John's went to this zone defense, it's looked ugly. He just hit that ball from 20, that shot from like 26 feet. Pin zone. So the lead is now down to 2, and they are on the free throw line. They can tie on this possession. First free throw is good, 8:49, 56-55. It's a 1-point game. Finally, Jordan Geronimo comes in but replaces Race Thompson. So we got Trace, Jordan, Miller, Christian, and Tamar. Tie ball game, 8:49 to go. I'm about ready to throw the headset here for a minute. It's getting kind of ugly. 7-0 run the last 2 minutes. This does not look good right now. 56 all. So here we go. They had 12-point lead at the half. They're losing this half big time. They've got to step up, and it starts on the defensive end. Geronimo takes the ball out, gets the ball inbound to Lander. Lander's got it. Looks like they back off on the press. Lander dribbles up the left side. Passes over to Geronimo at the top of the key. A lot of turnovers in this half. Parker Stewart's on the left wing with the ball now. Passes to Christian on the top of the key. Christian's looking for Trace underneath. Geronimo shoots an open 3, and he hits it. He was in rhythm. He got set and made the shot. Big basket right there, needed basket. Yeah, and Jordan Geronimo looked poised right there for that. Nothing too big. Pass the ball around. Now St. John's is getting a little sloppy with handling the ball. They do retain possession at the top of the key. Dribbles to the right, goes around Geronimo. Trace blocks it. And he gets the rebound. Geronimo gets the rebound on the ground. Passed off to Lander. Lander's driving all the way. And Lander gets the layup on the fast break. Get back on defense, guys. Get back. The lead is now back to 5, and St. John's calls a timeout. Uh-oh. Getting a little elbowsy. Tamar Bates has got some energy out there that's really good. What happened right there is Trace blocks a shot. The rebound comes to the ground. Geronimo catches the rebound on the ground. Everybody's falling. They get the outlet, and Christian Lander goes the length of the court and flips up a reverse layup, and scores 2, gets the lead back to 5. We're back into timeout again. Let's see what's going on in the chat. Man, I'm telling you what, it's getting, you know what, this looks like a Big Ten conference game. So if you guys are wanting to see what the Big Ten is going to look like, it's going to look a lot like this. If you're not avid watchers every day, this is how it's going to be played. It's going to be physical, it's going to be emotional, and it's a game of runs. College basketball is a game of runs. And there's a lot of emotion out there right now, and to get that lead back up to 5, as bleak as it looked a few minutes ago, is a step in the right direction. And I hate commercials. Man, commercials really are not much fun. Glad to see Christian Lander get on the floor. I'm really curious why Anthony Leal hasn't gotten at least a couple minutes. Also today, we have not seen our Logan Duncombe, our freshman big guy, but I didn't expect to see him. And we haven't seen much of Michael Durr in the second half. I don't know if he's quite right yet. I know he was on an injury not too long ago, so I'm not certain about his status. You know, turnovers are the story of this half. We're up to 14 turnovers right now, and that's just too many. Also, we've lost the rebounding edge that we controlled in the first half. They've taken over total rebounds. And also, here's the kicker, offensive rebounds now. St. John's has 11. If you want to pick one stat today, 11 offensive rebounds to 5. That's probably that's probably one of the biggest differences in the game. You know, and then the assist, they've got 4 more assists, so they're passing the ball better, they're sharing it better. They're playing a better game than we are right now, and we dominated the first half. So just keep that into mind. We have not seen Trey Galloway since he got hurt, and that's the reason why we've got Christian Lander on the floor. So he hasn't come back. So I have a feeling his hand is hurt. All right. We're back from commercial, getting ready to go back live. They're showing football that's going to be on this weekend. All right, here we go again. It should be St. John's ball. All right, we're on a 5-0 run here. Let's see if we can play some defense out of the timeout. So just so you guys know, next dead ball is going to be a timeout again because we're under, because it'll be the TV timeout. All right, Geronimo's playing defense on the right wing. They reset the ball to top of the key, back over to the right, drives around Lander. Lander cuts him off, sends him back out. There's a loose ball, and he turned it over. Geronimo got his hands in there on the play. Coach is on the floor, giving his guy a hard time over that. Geronimo jumped the play. Now we're back on, I bet it's, under 8 timeout in the second half. Here we go again. Let's have commercial time because that's what we really need in college basketball. Dabney Offerman, we've got to have people not afraid to. Yes. Geronimo hit a 3, but it was a set shot off a good pass. St. John's defense inside is too good. Yeah, it is pretty good. Dabney, the big thing that we got going on inside today that they have not been able to do is not foul. Whenever we get the ball in deep enough, they don't have the bodies to contend with our 6'9" and our 6'8", and they foul a lot. That's probably the biggest fault that they've got on defense right now that we haven't really exploited. It's under 8 timeout left, Sam. Sorry. But yeah, the step back 3, and that's back to why I keep thinking Anthony Leal needs to get more involved. And the reason he's probably not playing is not his offensive prowess, not his intensity, not his scrapping. The fact that he doesn't play solid defense when he's on the floor. That's got to be the main reason he's not out there. And that's got to be the main reason he's not out there, because he's probably got the best looking shot on the team. If you was to watch him play in high school at Bloomington South, he was it. He played with, confidence and authority and has all the ability in the world to make big shots. But when you're going to play at this level, if you're not a top-notch defender or you're not willing to play top-notch defense, you're going to ride the pine. You're going to sit the bench. And that's just the way that it is. So until he learns to improve his defensive intensity, and that's my assumption. I'm not at practice every day. I'm a layman. I'm sitting out here watching from my TV or my computer screen, and I'm making assessments. But that is the common thought process. Well, I'll tell you what, this next 4 minutes ought to be good. Hopefully there's no more timeouts, because I just can't take timeouts. They take away from the rhythm too much. All in all, this has been one of them up and down games. I'm not real pleased with the way Indiana's played today. They played a really good first half, and they've played god-awful in the second half. Yes, you should always try to pound. When you've got an All-American and a senior that are on the block most of the time down there, that's where your offense needs to run through them. Everybody should be able to feed off of them. If they double, which would they have, we've gotten open shots, and we've hit some of them. That's what happened in the first half. But you got to run the offense through Trace Jackson Davis. He needs to touch the ball every time down, him or Race. I'm not sure about Michael Durr yet. He hasn't made enough of an impact. But when those two guys are in the game, that's where we need to be playing offense through. And everybody needs to step up their defensive intensity. Don't be lazy. Get back. Move your feet. It's just fundamentals, guys. It's just fundamentals. Here we go. IU's got the ball. Lander is going to bring it up. Taking his time coming up, dribbles to the right, passes off to Geronimo on the right wing. Geronimo hands back off, gets it down to Trace on the block. Trace back to Christian. Lander misses the 3 on the outlet pass. That's right. Good call. Geronimo goes up for the rebound off of Champagne, and Champagne tipped it out of bounds. Christian Lander took that shot from the feedback from Race, but that's what you need to do when you pound it down the block and take that shot. No fear. Inbound to Geronimo with a floater. Hits a 16-footer. He just fired. He didn't even hesitate. Geronimo's got ice water in his vein. No hesitation. 7-0 run. 63-56. 7:03 left in the half. Game. Dribbles around the right side. He dribbles off his knee. Picks up his dribble. Double team in the corner. That's us. Oh, he gets bailed out. The ball goes out of bounds, supposedly off Parker Stewart. When they get sloppy offensive guard play like that, the double team came. Here goes the inbound on the block. He's got bigger guys, got Lander. He dribbles out. Goes up to top of the key, shoots a 14-footer, and he hits it. The switch came, but the switch came, but Trace didn't get up in his face, stayed off of him. All right, 63-58. Lander brings the ball across the top of the key, gets it down, drives the lane, passes off to Trace. Trace got the ball on the block. No double team yet. Trace shoots a little hook, misses it. Geronimo gets called for over the back, going in for the rebound. All right, the ball is going to go back to St. John's. Geronimo picks up another foul. That's his second. Team's 8th. We're in the bonus. No, 7th. We're going in the bonus here. Yeah, Jordan's come in here with some rhythm. He's come in with some intensity, and he's hitting his shots, and he's fired up. He's just got to control that just a little bit. Don't go over the back when going up for a rebound. We got St. John's at the free throw line, up, down 5. First free throw is up, and it is no good. Parker Stewart controls the rebound, outlets to Christian Lander on the right wing. Right wing drives down. Guys on the inside position, goes back to top of the key. Geronimo at the top of the key, back to Lander. Lander dribbles over to the left, flips it over to Parker Stewart on the wing. Parker drives, hits Geronimo in the corner. Geronimo fakes the shot, drives the baseline, shoots the reverse layup, and good. Gets some penetration. Jordan Geronimo single-handedly right now keeping Indiana ahead. Top of the key, he's got the ball. Nobody's in the paint. They're keeping him out of there. Keep him out. Keep pushing him back. Dribbles off his foot. Parker Stewart gets a steal. Who's going to get called? They call Parker Stewart on the steal. Geronimo faked that shot and drove the baseline, went all the way underneath the goal, got past 2 defenders, and laid it in. Good play. They're going to go back to the free throw line, being shoot 1-and-1 here because we're fouling a little bit much. And the shot is up and is good, 65-59. 5:51 left in the game. St. John's keeps hitting free throws. Next foul on St. John's will be in the double bonus. Both free throws are up and they are good. Geronimo's taking the ball out of bounds after the 2 free throws. Inbounds to Lander. Everybody clears back. No double team is coming. Man-to-man pressure. Lander comes across the left timeline, gets it into the front court. Geronimo's at the top of the key, just a little behind with the ball. Passes to Trace on the left wing. Parker Stewart for an open 3. In and out. And St. John's gets the rebound and starts pushing the ball back up. Drives all the way in, over to the left wing for Champagne. Champagne drives, gets around Tamar Bates, and Tamar Bates is called for the foul. That is pretty close. It may have been all ball, but he reached across his arm to hit it, and I think that's where they called the foul. Champagne hits the free throw. It rolls in. 65-61, 5:21 left in the half. Xavier Johnson is going to reappear into the game. Let's see if he can go without giving up that 5th foul, because when he comes in, we play better. Second free throw is up, and it is good. Xavier is on the floor, got the ball, dribbles, picks up his dribble. They got a zone press going right here, and that forced pass by Jordan Geronimo to Parker Stewart, he gets knocked out of bounds. Indiana will take the ball out underneath their own basket. Up 3 with 22 seconds left on the shot clock and 5:13 left on the game clock. Geronimo takes a seat on the bench after that forced play, but he single-handedly kept them in this game for the last 4 minutes. 7 points off the bench right there. Outlet pass to backcourt. Xavier Johnson gets it. 5 minutes and 12 seconds to go. He brings across timeline. Here we go. Dribbles to the left. Trying to get the ball to Trace on the block. Trying to get the ball. Not doing it. They're passing around the horn. Trace keeps moving. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Xavier Johnson. 1 second. Nope. Shot clock violation. Good defense. Xavier Johnson wanted a one-on-one and wanted the pick from Trace, and he got around it, and he kind of lost his footing, and he tried to draw a foul and didn't get the call. Down 3, St. John's has the ball coming across the mid-stripe line here. 4:44 to go in the game. Outlet past the right wing. There's a pick. Goes to the top of key. There's a switch. They got a mismatch on the block. Champagne's got the smaller Tamar Bates on him. They switch back. Trace picks him back up. Down in the wing. Here he goes. Passes it back out for the open 3, and he hit it. Tie ball game. 65 up. Here we go. Tie ball game. 4:20 left. New game. St. John's on another 7-0 run. Indiana is standing around in this zone defense. We have not found where to go with this zone. Trace drives the lane, hits a hook shot. Trace is going to try to single. Hey, that's what your All-American does. He bails you out when you need a basket. All right, back across the line here, which was not a good offensive set, you guys. But Trace is just a man. Dribbles left, round the pick. And there's a turnover. Parker Stewart's got the ball, gets a steal. Throws it over to Xavier. Xavier drives the lane, fires it into Race for the layup. Alley-oop. Didn't quite get the big slam dunk in there, but got it in. 4-0 run coming back. Up 69-65. 3:33 left to go in the game. All 4 or 5 guys are out beyond the free throw line. Gets ready to shoot. Dribbles pass in the lane. Off balance shot. Tipped rebound. Goes to Champagne. Oh, that's a charge! Hit him in the face. Come on. Yeah. Now here's the only thing: is he inside that line, that box? Dude, he just took a shot. I don't want to see if they're going to look at this. Trace with they're showing the replay of Trace, little baby hook across the lane. Oh. Yeah, I couldn't see his feet. Another damn timeout. Dang it. All right. Hey, man, I've seen it's not been a great game. Yeah, it is. You know, it has and it hasn't. They've played moments. But, you know, what we talk about normally when you're watching these games, and especially with young kids, because you got to remember, we're talking between 18 and 22-year-olds. Yeah, Trace took the charge. Way to go. The thing about that is that it's so hard as these coaches. You've got to build in emotion and drive and consistency. But you got to play 40 full minutes, and that's the job of the coach, to keep the right guys in the game when guys get a little sloppy, to pull them out. They went a few minutes there where they just weren't in the flow, I should say, the best way I can put it. And so it really didn't work out very well for them. Then you go to your star gets a basket, and then you come down and you get a stop. That's why, you know, your leadership, that's why these can, sorry, Shelby, but, you know, these one and done teams that have a lot of the young players, that's why it's so hard for them to win a national championship, because these guys are, you know, they're all about themselves. They're ready to go to the NBA. You know, team sports is about, you know, it's about the team. And I noticed Kentucky's changed their methodology a little bit. They're trying to keep these guys around using the portal. But what I was getting at about Indiana there is they don't really have a floor general right now. Xavier Johnson had been out. He's only played 14 minutes this whole game, has not had much time on the floor. So they don't have somebody to reset the offense and lead the floor. They're trusting guys like Christian Lander, who's a sophomore, and he's only 19 years old, you know, because he came to college a year early. Rob Finnessy has not played well today. And all our problems are really stemming from our point guard play. I mean, call it what it is. When Xavier played most of that last game, played well, and the team looked better. But right now, we don't have a solid point guard out there for long stretches. They need a floor leader. And Rob Fennessy has got to be the guy. Him and Xavier Johnson by committee have got to be the guy. Because Christian Lander came in and he showed some authority out there and sparked a little bit. Ban that channel. Oh, I've got them in timeout. Next time they come in again, I'll ban them. How bad is that? Yeah, especially after that ejection, that's when the game went downhill. But, I'm telling you what, the St. John's team's showing some resilience. I don't know. Well, they're not, Alex, I see that's not banned. It shows blocked for 5 minutes, so watch. Anyway, IU's coming back across the court with the ball. Going back to full screen here. Xavier Johnson's on the point. Tamar Bates on the right wing. They switch spots. Back to the top of key to Tamar. Races in the middle of the floor. Calls for the ball. Gets the ball at the free throw line. Inbounds to Trace. Trace gets blocked. Knocked out of bounds off Champagne. And it'll be our ball underneath the basket with 10 seconds to go on the shot clock, leading 69-65. This is huge right here. A basket would be big. They outlet the ball to Race on the top, out on the left wing. Goes Xavier over to Tamar Bates. Tamar drives, shoots a floater, a little bit hard off the back iron. Race is in there fighting for the rebound. Here comes St. John's. St. John's is pushing the ball up the court, pulls it up on the right side, brings it back to the center of the court, and sets up. Got to play some defense here. Be men. Don't let their star beat you. Over to the right wing, shoots a deep three, and he hits it. 1 point ball game again, 2:28 to go. This is going to come down to the wire. Man, Julian Champagne is just killing it. Champagne, Xavier's on the left wing with the ball. Passes over to Tamar. There's nothing. They're trying to work through the zone, and they're not used to it. Tamar in the corner, fake shot, steps in, misses, but Trace gets the rebound, puts it in. Tamar draws the defender, takes one step past him. Trace gets the rebound, puts it in. Indiana is back up 3. Here we go again. They're getting the crowd is getting into the game. 1:53 to go. Drives the right lane against Johnson, trying to get him to draw the foul. Gets the ball out of his hands. Back up top of the key. Here comes the pick. Shoots a floater off the glass and good. Got around Tamar. He hit a tough shot. 1 point ball game. Indiana is up by 1. 1:33 to go. They're bringing the ball up slow. Looks like St. John's is going to stay in the zone. 22 seconds left on the shot clock as we start the offense. Over gets the side. Parker needs to find a shot. Parker Stewart needs to get an open look here. Either get the ball down on the block or let Parker Stewart take an open look. Xavier drives the lane, shoots it up and scores, draws the foul. Fired up. He hasn't been in hardly the whole day today. He cuts through the zone and gets a layup. Draws a foul. Draw the pick. Soriano is not the defender. Bumps him. He flips it off the glass and scores. Giving high fives in the stands. Did not think coming into this that Xavier Johnson would be as strong of an impact player as he's been for this team. 7 points today, 3 for 5 shooting. He's got 1 free throw right here. Takes a breath. Gets ready, fires it up, shoots it a little hard off the back iron. All right, 3-point lead with 1 minute 12 to go. Got to suck it up and play some defense, boys. Picking on the top, getting ready. Champagne shoots a 28-footer, misses it, hard off the glass. Xavier Johnson gets the rebound, but gets knocked out of his hands, back over into the corner. Here they come in for the layup. There's a foul. Trace saved a layup there. .54 seconds left in the game. 2 free throws for St. John's, who has knocked down most of their free throws here. Yes, this game is at Indiana, Zach. Sorry, I couldn't see you there. I got a full screen up and a small screen for the chat. Free throw is up, and it is good. 2-point ball game, 54 seconds left to go. And here we go with the timeout game. This is what I'm not looking forward to, these close games with the timeouts at the end. Indiana takes a timeout here. They each got 2 timeouts left, which means about another 30 minutes of my life on commercial. Yeah, JB, come on, IU. Let's get a win here. You know what? Early in the season like this, you don't want to lose at home. You want to defend your home court, and you need to grow as a team. But right now, you're having some issue with some of your guard play. You know, Miller Kopp's not in the game. Mike Woodson feels like he is not in the game right now. Rob Fennessy's not in the game right now. These guys should be down the stretch players, and that's what they have got to be. So these other guys that are stepping up right now, this young kid, Tamar Bates, you know, these guys here are really pushing their playing time because they're staying competitive, whether it's defense or offense. Those guys are getting the minutes on the floor right now. I'm not sure about Parker today. He hasn't played as bad defensively as he had been in weeks past, or games past. But this kid Champagne for St. John's is drilling it, dude. All right, here we're coming out of the timeout. Got 1 free throw left to go. Left to go. We'll see how we handle this last time frame here. 73-71. 54 seconds. So we're probably gonna see some fouls. IU was up by 14 in this game, and it's a 2-point game with less than a minute. Second free throw is up, and he sunk it. They're going to keep pressing. Now they're going to put a man on the ball. Xavier Johnson gets the inbound, goes around his defender, just runs up the court all the way. Off of Trace's foot. Tamar Bates gets the ball back to Trace. Trace resets the offense. Xavier Johnson does not take the shot. Yeah, he thought about it and thought better of taking that three-pointer. Drives down, under the baseline, back to Tamar Bates. Tamar Bates drives the lane, passes over to Race Thompson. Race Thompson shoots the floater and gets the roll. Race Thompson gets the roller with 25 seconds at the end of the shot clock. They ran it all the way down. 22 seconds left. Timeout St. John's as they come across with a 3-point lead. Yeah, Dabney, I don't know why Geronimo's not playing. He came in and scored 7 quick points, but made a couple bad passes and, you know, plays that were emotion-based, and they pulled him out and haven't put him back in. He's not hurt, but Ray Thompson hits this little floater across the lane. I'm telling you right now, the reason we're winning games is our bigs are playing well. Race and Trace, even though they've had some turnovers today, have played very good basketball. Trace Jackson's 18-10 today, 18 points with 10 rebounds. Hey, so the next upcoming game, Sundays against Louisiana, that's on the Big Ten Network. If it's in Big Ten Plus, I'll have it here live. Jackson State after that on the 23rd. 27th will be Marshall. That's the weekend that we're going to be out of town, so we probably won't be broadcasting. After that, they're at Syracuse on the 30th. Big game, and then they go into on December 4th, Big Ten play against Nebraska. Yeah, 21.5 seconds left. So let's see how hard they defend the three here. Me personally, I'm not looking for the three if I'm St. John's. I would be looking. I mean, I know they've gotten a hot hand out there, but I'd be looking for a quick 2 more than a 3. But I would rather put a team that's not shooting free throws well back on the line to have a chance to score a 2 or a 3 to win as opposed. So I think they should go for 2. All right. It's go time here. Come on, everybody. If anybody that's got anything, I know we can't yell to help, but I'd love to. Yeah, if we hit our free throws, this game would have been over, Chris. Long time ago. Everybody's wound up and fired up, and here we go with the timeout calling match. You know, I don't understand that. When the offense comes out and gets their set, that they're going to take their out-of-bounds play set up, and then you call timeout again. Well, What's the coach going to do? He's going to go change the play. He's going to go change the way the setup is. They'll probably come out in a different set, and you just used an extra timeout and killed a little bit more time in people's lives. I don't understand. I just never understood that. So publicly, this is the first time I've ever had a chance to complain about it. Right on, Jerry. Let's get them. Get some chat going really fast here for the last couple seconds. Yeah, free throws. Free throws. Free throws are it today. Free throws and turnovers. Catherine says, let's go, Indiana. Catherine, thank you for chatting. Nice to see you in here today. Jerry Lacey says, come on, Hoosiers. Get them. Right on, bro. Sam Mason he's living on our words here today. So Sam says, come on, let's get in here. We got to get it wound up for just a few more seconds left to go in this game. Let's will our boys to win today. That's right, William Duke. Hoosiers. Yeah, Geronimo wants to be in the game. You can tell that. His mama during that transfer stuff. The score is 75-72, 21.5 left. St. John's taking out the ball. Here we go. Back to the game. They inbound the ball on the left wing. Dribble penetration goes around. They get a switch. He's at the top of the key. He's on Trace. He gets cut off, passes off, shoots a floater. They hit a 13-foot floater with 1 seconds left, 74-75. So here's the deal. You get the ball inbounds. They're going to trap. You've got to get it away from the trap. You basically, yeah, I know, Dabney. This guy is yeah. But you got to get the ball inbounds first, and then you have got to get it across the timeline. You're going to get fouled. So whoever you want shooting your free throws is who you're going to inbound to. Yeah, no doubt. That's kind of a cool. Imagine that Indiana cannot stop Champaign. You're right. And that doesn't bode well when they go to the University of Illinois that's in Champaign, Illinois. Who do I want shooting free throws right now? Well, let's see. I have more faith right now in probably Parker Stewart, Race Thompson, or Xavier Johnson. 11.1 seconds, Sam. I'm really curious to how they're going to defend. If it was me, I'd foul. Yep, he has 32. I'd take Trace out. Yeah, St. John was averaging over 100 points a game, but look who they played. So it looks like it's either going to be Tamar or Xavier that receive the inbound pass. I look for a trap and a foul, or there's the inbound pass. Xavier Johnson's got the ball. There comes the trap. He draws the foul in the backcourt. 8.4 seconds. Look, you got into the double bonus. They're probably going to call a timeout here and set you back down, let you cool off a minute. They couldn't trap him. He was going to dribble around the trap, and now he's going to go to the free throw line. And he's 0 for 1 from the stripe today with 7 points. But let's see if he is a experienced player. Let's see how he does it. Oh, Shelby, you're too far ahead of me. Missed the first free throw. This could be bad if this doesn't go in. If he doesn't make this one, we can lose right here. Oh, second free throw is up, and it is good. Press the ball. Well, you know what? Here you go. I'm going to play coach for a second. I will let anybody else on the floor beat me, but it is not going to be Champaign. Nobody, anybody that's just jumped in here recently, 77 of you. I appreciate if you would smash the like for this stream. Also, I lost my green screen today. My video card failed. Here we go on the inbound. A sub would be nice as well. Okay, now Geronimo's in the game. Trace Jackson Davis is coming out. Best shot blocker, so they're going to assume that it's going to be something short. All right. Trace not happy sitting down. There comes the inbound. They break long. Inbound goes 6 seconds. Comes across the timeline. Off the foot. Dribbling, going nowhere. He shoots the three. Misses it. Parker Stewart knocks the rebound loose, and we survive. For God's sake, we survive. but their play did not work when they came across the timeline, and they did not have good ball control. So they took a long three. It was way off the mark. And by that time, the rebound was coming down. It was a long deflection off the board. Indiana wins 76-74. Thank you guys all for being in here today. We're going to do a little bit of a wrap-up, then close it down. I would really appreciate a like and a sub. It would make me feel a lot better. We're really working hard on this channel to bring quality content to the sporting world. It's IU basketball, NFL football, some Major League Baseball. So that would really mean a lot to me. Thank you guys for being in here. I'm going to go through the recap. They survived, playing very badly in the second half. They really, for the most part, deserved to lose. Champagne got the ball. He did get a shot up. He was off left backboard, and Parker Stewart had position on the glass, and they did not get a second chance. Going through the stat sheet today, you got to start. Everything starts and stops with this kid from St. John's, Champagne. He went 13 for 22 from the field, 6 for 12 from the three-point line. 32 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 block, and 0 turnovers. Yeah, Chris, I agree wholeheartedly. If they play anywhere near what they're supposed to, they win by 15. That's the kid I want on my team right there. Oh man, Champagne, anyone? Come on, Colin. That's okay. I want people that are in here on the negative side too. You can be disgruntled Louisville fan. That's cool. I appreciate it. Quick wrap up that we got here. The point guard Posh Alexander, who turned out to be a crafty player, did not make a three-pointer today. Went 3 for 8 from the field, 4 for 4 at the free throw line. He had 4 offensive rebounds. 2 defensive, 6 total, 6 assists, 2 steals, no blocks. He did have 5 turnovers and 4 fouls. Soriano and Alexander both played pretty good games, but they were in foul trouble. Soriano just was on the rebounding side. He had 5 total today. Going down the list, there's not much else to say there. S. Smith for St. John's, who was a starter, had a pretty good offensive game today. He did turn the ball over 3 times, scored 16 points. So they had 3 guys right there that scored the ball pretty well. Their bench players, not too much to speak of off the bench. Today, as an overall field goal percentage, they shot 43%, 34 behind the line, and 78% from the free throw stripe, going 15 for 19, which was huge. Indiana today was led by Trace Jackson Davis, go figure, 18 and 10 with 4 assists, 2 blocks, but 3 turnovers. Played a really good game. Miller Kopp scored 12 today. He hit a couple of good streaks there. He had 2 for 4 behind the line. Played within himself. Much better game for Miller Kopp today. Didn't give him as much prop as I needed to. Race Thompson, who hit the goal at the what turned out to be the game-winning shot, stepped up and played like a man. He had 15 points today, 4 steals, 2 assists, 5 rebounds. He did have 3 turnovers today. Xavier Johnson ended up with a modest 8 points. He had foul trouble, so this was all without him. This was everything, but Xavier Johnson didn't play much today, so everybody else kind of stepped up. Point guard play is what I'm going to talk about when I talk about Indiana right now. Jordan Geronimo came off the bench today, 3 for 4 from the field, 4 rebounds, 5 total rebounds, 1 steal, 2 fouls, and 7 points. Gave them a big lift when they needed it. Christian Lander came in, scored a layup, got a rebound and an assist, so he counted for basically 4 points. He did have 3 quick fouls, didn't see the third one. Tamar Bates shot 50% from the floor today and ended up with 11. Freshman come in and did what a freshman's supposed to do. He came in and scored the ball. Trey Galloway, don't know his status right now. He is hurt. He took a shot he was holding his hand. We'll have to wait and see on that. Rob Fennessy had a bad game today. Honestly, he had a god-awful game. Did not play well at all. Very disappointed in our point guard play today. As a whole, IU survives this game. After giving up only 27 in the first half, they gave up 47 points in the second half. It was not a solid defensive effort. Not super pleased with that second half. They played a really good first half. They dominated the road team. Overall today, they did shoot 51% from the field, which is an improvement. 33% from behind the stripe at 6 for 18 today. 52% free throws. They shot the same amount of free throws. They hit 5 more than we did. If we would hit any of the 9 that we missed, this game wouldn't have been so close. We did end up winning we tied on rebounds, total rebounds for the game. They beat us. They had 17 more assists than we did. We did not pass the ball well today. Thanks, Colin. I appreciate that. JB, I appreciate you too. Everybody that's been in here tonight, thank you very much. Appreciate a comment after the stream. Like, subscribe, and share. I will see you on the next one. Almost finished here with the stats. The second half was really ugly for us. We survived. That's what we have to do. We played equal halves on offense, but our defense really slacked up in the second half, and that's got to improve. But that's why we play these early season games, is to try to do the best and learn about our team and figure out what we need to do for the next one. Next game is on Sunday. I will be here. Got to put a video card in my computer as soon as I get off here to see if it takes care of my problem. I want to thank everybody that was in here tonight. It was a great crowd again. I appreciate all of y'all that stuck it out and hung out. I look for the comments. I definitely will take some criticisms. Let me have it. I will try to improve. Thank you, Shelby. IU does win the game today, 76-4. And I will see you guys on the next one. We will be in here Thursday night. Yes, Ty. Yes, Brian, we do need to play better. 40-minute game, bro. We need to play a 40-minute game. We played 20 minutes today. We did not play 40. Yeah, Louisiana's 3-0, Chris. I'm going to assume that it's not a good 3 wins. It should be one of those games that we should dominate, and it might be a little bit fun to call. It is on the Big Ten Network. If it does go to the Big Ten Plus, I guarantee you I'll be here. I paid for that stupid thing, and I'll broadcast any of those games that I can. Yeah, I don't know anybody that's on that team, Shelby. I don't even know what conference that they're in anymore because they changed so much. But I really don't think it should be like that. It should be like the Northern Illinois game. Yeah, not against great competition. Yeah. Well, anyway, guys, I will see you in here. I'll be in here Sunday. I'll probably be in here a little bit early, and I will start the stream early so I can go through some of this week in the Big Ten and see how everybody's doing. And then I'm going to come up with a game plan and see what needs to improve and see how it works out. Thank you, River Rat. I appreciate you guys. We've been in here long enough today. I hate commercials. I will see you guys next time, and thank you very much.